Welcome back to World 4 Plus from the Amber Wars. I thought I clicked it, but I didn't.
What are you doing to that pizza?
He thought he clicked it, but it didn't.
I was making noise for the opening, and then it backfired.
And so it happened.
You kept at it.
Announcements wise, we officially have a discount code for Threadmancer. So if you go to threadmancer.com, just use the coupon code AmberWars, all one word, all lowercase. You can receive free shipping on orders over, I believe it was $20. And over $25.
Woo!
Do your homework, John.
I had it pulled up and then I forgot. Stream-wise, Monday we'll be doing the second half of Becca's two-shot. We're all very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like shaking when I was like driving home after that one. Just like I was like so conflicted the entire time. I was like, why am I more conflicted about like this one-shot D&D than I am about like half my life?
Because D&D. But other than that, I got nothing. We will have something coming down the pipeline involving Orion DMing, coming back to the DM's chair to run a longer form spooky story, but we'll get to that down the road.
Spooky!
Spooky. 3
Crappy.
spooky, 5 me.
Crappy.
Can that be the name of it?
3 spooky, 5 me.
No, it's
Yes.
3 spoopy.
3 spooky.
Much
5
spook.
me.
Apart from that, that's it for announcements. So, getting back into the story. Last time, you guys had left the Stone Jumper estate, leaving behind Billy and Bugginsworth to do as they will while taking a carriage ride across town. In the basement of the Stone Jumper mansion, you had discovered a partially mummified and cut up a lithid corpse, which had 2 of the bolts in the back of its skull, which you removed, and some shipping charters, which you had found in a hidden room in the basement of said manor. Arriving in the other half of town, you got to the 4-digited number, which I believe was 2213, to find that Tyrig Stonejumper was not in. He was out at lunch with an appointment. And then you convinced Mr. Steve the Bugbear to take a long lunch. And then murder.
And then
Not murder, self-defense.
And then I sat peacefully, and you guys ran and chased down an encounter.
Yep.
We didn't start the murdering. No.
We didn't start the
We
murder.
didn't.
I wasn't there.
Yes, this half of the table was
That's right.
like...
These 3 went running in, and then
Yep.
a fighting happened.
I was like, hey, stop him.
Because every time I see a stranger running around a building I shouldn't be in, I chase after him.
Yeah,
and kill them.
And then you murder them. Yeah. Hey, in my defense, I tried to hold him for questioning, but
Okay, well, Aurora thought that they started the murder because I didn't chase in immediately. I only
That's
went
true.
in after I heard you guys fighting.
Which
Yeah.
brings us to the moment at hand.
Which is we've just killed everything.
You killed the
In a building we
warehouse
didn't belong.
employee with the 3 guard drakes that were on patrol within the warehouse. Flecks of marble skittered across the floor from the battle, and blood running in its various colors across the floor. What would you all like to do?
I just rolled my hit die to level up. Boo.
Now,
Should
I
we
asked
just-
you when you came in.
Should we just
You were giving me shit.
should we just write a note? No. And leave?
I was trying to announce. I wasn't sure if the stream was aware that we had leveled up because we didn't actually announce at the end of
That
last
is
stream.
true.
We
That is
leveled
true.
up. We're level 4.
Yeah, because we murdered a bunch of strangers in a building
Yes.
that we weren't supposed to.
Let's do this more often. I feel better about my body.
That's really bad for your self-image to be tied to this.
But murder makes me beautiful.
Murder makes me horny. Wait,
No.
And we're done. That's it.
All right, guys. We'll see you next
You
Monday at
salty.
6 p.m.
You
We're
solved
gonna
my
be done
murder
with
horny
this now.
puzzle.
Fenric's horny, and that means we're all done.
I thought we were doing a redemption arc, but turns out, nope, you're still the villains.
We could just, we could
I've
wait
been the villain the whole
for,
time.
we could wait for Stoveheart.
No.
Stoveheart?
Stone Jumper, no.
No.
Stone.
No, we're not looking for him anymore.
No.
Wait, who
Well,
are
no.
we?
Well,
Oh,
kind
here are
of.
all my names.
We should probably hide the bodies.
Yeah, I mean, Stone Jumper will be back from his luncheon anytime
Yeah,
soon.
we were waiting for Stone Jumper, right?
Yeah,
We were.
But now we gotta hide some fucking bodies. So let's
Yeah,
get
but
going.
the bodies are in the back of the warehouse, and he's going to enter in the front of the warehouse, in like
Is
the office.
he owns this building. He doesn't have to do that.
Does anyone have prestidigitation?
Yeah.
No.
Well, clean the
These
bodies.
are big bodies.
And those
Where
are
we can
big
move the
blood
bodies, but
stains.
like the blood and stuff.
Well, they.
Everyone just fell asleep.
Or maybe...
And we're not supposed to be in this room.
Everyone just fell asleep
Guys,
permanently.
Guys, quick solution. Let's just leave the building, and then we wait outside and act like, well, we knocked and no one answered. And then the guy who is hosting the front desk loses his job.
We already wrote our names in the book.
We burn the book. We steal the book. They thieved it.
Who did? We did.
The murderers.
Yeah, it's true.
They'll never suspect us.
We could.
No.
That gives us plausible deniability. We can say the murderers stole the book, and we'll be right.
This
So
is,
when I cast Zone of Truth,
wait, you cast Zone of Truth, and then we have to tell the truth. In
yeah,
your zone.
the murderers stole the book.
If we're just a group of random passersby, why would we know that there was A, a murderer, and B, that they stole a book?
How do they know that I cast Zone of Truth? You don't know.
What's the point of casting Zone of Truth then?
I mean, there is a verbal component to Zone of Truth.
Hey,
So
you
they
tell
know.
the truth.
It's not making sense over there, DM.
God.
God.
During
Sorry.
during the fight, some of the stuff got like broken. Right? Was it housing stuff inside of it? I want to look in like the giant crates.
Sure.
Was it housing stuff?
Or military.
Go ahead and make an investigation check
What?
on some of the
No,
damage.
I've been in a warehouse before and it was filled with military
That was my warehouse.
That's a hot 9.
Hot 9. Feeling around, you can tell that some of these marble, feeling underneath, you can see now some of the tarps are sort of ripped away from fire and explosions. You can see there's just big marble blocks underneath.
They
That's
building
about I
a
see with an
pyramid?
Okay.
Are they building a pyramid?
Or a real nice statue.
Pyramid.
Scheme?
Aliens.
Oh, there you must be aliens.
This guy's like dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a corpse.
Gone like Frank Sinatra.
Hey guys, aliens.
I have an idea.
I'd like to hide
Aliens?
his body.
No,
Okay.
Well,
it's an idea.
Are
I'm
aliens
gonna
a
see if
concept?
there's
Yes. The dragon ball
anything
are
interesting.
actually aliens.
How big
From
is
another
this
plane of
warehouse?
existence.
Okay.
They arrived here only like
We'll loot him
100
and then hide
years
him.
ago.
And
Okay.
we're all like,
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
This is an auditory
I
nightmare.
see that.
Yeah, that's a good number.
10.
10. You find 15 gold pieces, a set of keys. It's just 2 skeleton keys.
Okay.
And that's really all he has on him.
Cool. And then I'll hide him.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation. Where are you trying to hide him?
So it's like
Picture a big. It's a big stone room.
okay.
There are these large blocks of marble laid out. There's the door where you came in. Apart from that, there's not a whole lot in here that you saw on your way in. The front spot where you came in, that door, like that you opened up into the warehouse, also like acts as a sliding wall so that they can move shipments in through the front, so they
Gotcha.
can check it as it comes in.
Does there appear to be a back door?
There does not.
Okay. I'll drag him to like I don't know, just behind one of the the marble blocks, like towards the rear of the.
As far back as you can kind
Yeah.
of gather from the
Not like
entrance.
as far back, maybe like 1 or 2 in,
Okay.
but closer to the back than the front.
All right, I'm just gonna slide him up, prop the body there.
Yep.
All right.
Is this the small man that's not a guard Drake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's dealt with the humanoid.
Okay.
Aurora was
I
going to do
stand
something.
by. I did not kill him.
I have. Oh, you had an idea.
I did. In this room, in this warehouse, like, is it like corridors with rooms, or is it just like one big
open
room?
space.
So basically, from where we are, I could see if there were other entrances.
Mhm.
Okay. Do I need to make an investigation check for that, or can I
You
just
make
know
a
how
perception
many?
check, yeah.
Okay.
But kind of looking around, it doesn't seem like there's any way in or out, barring the front door you came in.
Okay.
They barred the door.
There's no like.
I
shipping?
rolled an 11.
An 11? Okay. Looking around, it still seems like the only way in and out is that door.
So-
The shipping it's a person-sized door in the front, and then that wall itself slides open, and they push all the cargo through there so it can be inspected and then put away in the warehouse.
Interesting.
Guys, it appears that there's no other way in besides that office door, so we could just stop him there when he comes back from his lunch. In the meantime, we could relax for a few minutes. He should
I
be
have
getting back
another-
soon.
I have another idea. What if we all tie ourselves up in the office and pretend like the murderers came through, tied us up, and then left, and we were stuck, victims of the crime?
And we were going to be his next appointment
Yeah,
because we're in the book.
yeah.
Well written in that book.
What
No
happened?
issues with that writing.
Nope.
Then what? I remember.
So then,
mid-sentence.
how do we get to the point where we threaten him?
Well, wait. What about Steve?
I mean, he's on lunch.
So they came in after Steve went to lunch? Steve
was
left us
out.
alone?
Yes.
Steve is out to lunch. He'll be back eventually.
Well, why were we in here if Steve isn't?
Steve's losing his job no matter what. We should just come to terms with that.
I mean,
We're all
I.
very worried
did.
about Steve.
How
In
long
terms
has
of
it
that
been
second
since
use.
Steve went to lunch?
Approximately 20 minutes.
How long is
30.
his lunch break?
Usually like a 30-minute lunch, maybe an hour.
And did we know, according to the book, when what's his face would be back? It's probably Kurt
Oh. Hi, Kurt.
or a cat.
I don't know.
It might be Hobbs running around.
According to the book of appointments.
In the appointment book that you were looking at, you would have seen that the next appointment was in approximately an hour and a half or so from
No, we
when you
have
guys are.
plenty of time.
So in like an hour.
So we would have to wait an hour for Stone Face.
So we clean up, we go and we sit in the front room. Chances are Steve gets here before Stone Jumper does.
And then what?
If we ransack the place, we can blame it on the red herring gang.
They don't kill unless they have to, though. And we kind of just
Maybe they had to.
What other options did we have?
leave.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do?
Bye,
There
Hobbs.
he goes.
Let's leave and have another day off episode.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
I think tying us up in the front isn't a bad idea. Hey, what? Pizza.
I've seen Pip eat a bunch of chicken skin once.
Yeah. All at
Lightning
once.
quickness.
That was nasty.
Do we want to bet on Steve or Stoneface coming back first?
Steve seems fairly gullible. I think we could pull that ruse on him.
And then we just
What's-
pretend he did not see us change the book.
What's Steve gonna say? What if he comes back first and then Stone Jumper comes back? Is Steve gonna admit that he left?
We can blackmail Steve.
We're just gonna blackmail everyone. Either
Well, I
way,
mean, we're already neck deep in this thing.
either
There's no
way.
way out now.
My inbox is getting way too
What
full
if
for
we
this.
hide in the warehouse and just wait for Stone Jumper to come, and then we could jump him?
And then
Stone jumping.
if we do if we do that, we
I thought
could.
that's a joke you were making.
No, I didn't mean that at all. We could. I mean, we could try doing an intimidating presence instead of being sneaky. We could pile all the bodies, and he would walk in and see us lounging around with what we've already done, and then he'd have to pay attention to us.
I like this idea.
That's more along the lines of,
Blackmail and
yeah,
terror.
I guess.
Strong arm.
Yeah, get that body you already put away.
Wait, should we wear disguises or masks?
What's the
why not both?
difference?
We could do masks, I guess.
I don't know. That's pretty intimidating.
Look,
Look,
if
dress
he-
up as Roland.
If you
All of us.
I put my dark glasses back on, and I flip my my halberd around, and I just start tapping it on the ground again.
That's not very intimidating.
or convincing.
Have you ever seen a
Who
blind
said
man
that?
kick someone's ass?
Yes.
That'd be intimidating.
I don't know if this one can.
I was in that puppet show. It's like
Rogue One.
Tough.
that one.
No.
I was thinking
Also
Daredevil.
that.
Deer Devil?
Dear.
Daredevil.
That a puppet show?
It's me, Jeremy.
Have you been reading my notes again? Dear devil, please stop bugging me.
Daredevil he's a satyr. He's got the horns built in.
Yeah. Satyr Satan, they call him.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we get some masks on? And
So also, Steve's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's okay.
we'll just scare him off. He's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, well, no.
Maybe he won't even lose his
I
job.
will hold Steve hostage is what we will do. We
Ah.
cannot kill another
Get him under
person.
the pie.
So we
Sure we
should
can.
wait for him and then
I
lure him into the warehouse, and we'll tie him to his own chair, and we'll put him in front of all the bodies.
Or someone else's chair.
Well, put his back to it. It might be a little much just to stare
Oh,
at.
I was staging.
Force him to stare at the dead body.
That's a lot.
In my brain, I was staging like an elaborate mountain of bodies with a chair in front of it facing, so like when he walked in,
Oh, I see.
it would be like a presentation.
Okay. Not just having him stare at the dead bodies
No.
for hours, maybe.
No.
Probably good.
Ready, break.
Yeah, get that
Is that
body
what
you
we're
put
doing?
away.
I put a mat, like, I don't know, I take, like, a cloth or something and, like, a sock or something. I don't know. Can I make a mask out of something I have?
Like around on yourself?
Oh, I have a disguise kit.
I say, didn't we
You
get
also
some?
have a bird mask.
No, I lost my bird mask.
What?
When we were
I
searching
have
for Roland.
3 cultist hoods.
We got some
Oh, you
disguises.
do.
Just
Got some disguise kits, which you are still probably wearing.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I turned into a
Does the
dwarf.
disguise kit, like, have a mask in it?
Oh yeah, we still are disguised. We were disguised
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
whole time.
still.
Yeah,
I can just
and
turn
we
into
are not.
Aurora again.
You and I are not intimidating.
what were you? What were you?
Why
as
would you
before?
dress as me again?
Furio starts
I don't
taking
know.
off his shirt.
No.
Did you not put a?
Intimidate!
did you not put a disguise kit on?
No,
Were you just skulking again?
no. I mean,
Oh.
yes, but I also
Okay.
used a spell. To
But if you
disguise
dress
myself.
as me, then they're going to know that I'm in the group, which I am in the group. You should disguise as somebody who's not actually with us.
That seems
Steve.
fair.
That's a
What
one
would
vote
that
for you.
accomplish?
Could somebody actually disguise themselves as Steve?
Steve.
We
is-
could make it seem like
A
Steve
coup.
is the one blackmailing him.
Well, but we
I
need
could
to
do
be
that.
the one blackmailing him.
No,
Okay.
let's not make.
We already
We
came
are
up with a
really
plan.
complicated.
We had a plan. We had a
Either way, we're
plan.
shitting on Steve, but I don't want to shit on him for a life in prison.
Actually, I'm pretty sure they'd execute
So if we
him,
don't
they'd be
murder
over
him, we'll
fairly
at least
quickly.
just put him in prison.
Well,
Prison
it'll
for
just
life.
be his fault. He'll probably just lose his job, and then he'll have to go find a new job.
Yeah, you had firing.
Yeah, it's super easy to find jobs nowadays.
Aurora and Virio, make a history check.
They're gonna
That
make
can't
it.
be
Ooh.
good.
I did pretty good, actually.
13.
24.
All right, being residents of the city, you would know that crime is not punished by death in this city. You become one of the collared.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why I said life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Imprisonment.
kind of.
Hate that.
But you get to work. You
No.
stretch your legs.
No. Hate
No,
it.
we're not throwing Steve under the bus. We'll tie him up and then we won't murder him.
We'll
and
tie
then,
him under the bus.
you know.
When's that cart coming around?
So we tie Steve under the desk.
It's
No.
the
Gag
whole.
him.
On the chair.
No, we bring the chair in here.
I go
Set
and
the
bring the chair
bodies.
into the warehouse.
Have the chair sitting up so that when Stonejumper comes in, we encourage him to sit in the chair and we can have our conversation there.
What if we get his chair from his
We make
office?
him stare at the bodies.
I don't think it's good to do that. It's really bad for someone's psyche.
Is that what happened
Right.
to you?
No,
Is
that
that-
is not what happened to me.
Oh.
Because I've seen a lot of bodies, and it's not great, guys.
So kind of.
We could get his chair from his office. I want to sit on his chair from his office on top of a mountain of bodies.
That's creepy.
I'm going
This
to
is
go.
a speed bump of bodies, not a mountain.
All right,
Archie's seen stuff, guys.
all right. You guys deal with the pile of bodies. I'm gonna go to the front room and keep an eye out.
All right. I brought I brought Steve's chair into the warehouse.
The
This
office chair.
Yes, the office chair is in the warehouse with us.
I want to find Stonejumper's chair.
All right, go ahead.
Oh.
Make an investigation check in the main office.
16.
16. Easy enough. You walk into the main office. You can see that there are a couple of different side doors when you came in the front. The one to the left is like a broom closet. The one to the right, as you open it up, has a desk sitting in it. And behind that is a very, not fancy chair, but like a very comfortable looking managerial chair.
Lumbar support
Yeah.
chair.
Nice executive chair.
Yeah.
I bring it to the warehouse.
All right.
Executive chair.
I remember why we're here, and I go check out the office.
That I just left.
Yes.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Archie.
Shit. That's gonna be an 8.
An 8. You can see a few files sitting on the desk, maybe some notes from some meetings, things like that. Not a whole lot else.
While all of this is going on, I've sent Roomton out the front door to perch atop the building and keep an eye out.
All right,
and I'll
perfect.
just look through his eyes as I stand by the front door.
All right, go make a perception check for Rupton.
No, not good. Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. That is a hot 7.
About 7. Rupton sits up on top. There are a lot of seagulls kind of flying around, a few pelicans sitting out on some of those, I forgot what they're called, but like those posts that they have along the dock
Yeah.
to, stop ships from running into it. And he's kind of distracted by his blind, innate hatred for seagulls.
Seagulls.
That's pretty much what Rupton would notice, though.
Bender ripped a potent
Oh yeah,
fart.
yeah. He dropped it like a minute ago, and it's a beefy one.
It hit me a little while ago, and I was really
Yeah.
trying not to react.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Tricky.
Jared, consider yourself lucky right
Yeah, you
Jesus
couldn't get a dino nugget last week, but you're not having to smell this, so.
I took my shoe off to pet Bender with my foot,
Ooh,
and now he's using my shoe as a pillow.
Oh, buddy.
I was about to get another piece of pizza, and then I got hit by this.
And you
That's
don't
not
want-
a good mix with like pepperoni on the plate. That's a sin combination that's dangerous.
Kismet, were there more chairs? We could grab one for you to sit in, like a throne, and we can put the little guard dragons on either side of you.
now? In chairs?
No, not in chairs, just like next to you. I'm trying to go for the wow factor. You in a big chair, and then the 2 dead bodies perched like that.
And then the third one.
Yeah, the dead guy just laying in front of you. That's a good look.
Toast.
Quick, get it before rigor mortis sets in.
I'm not gonna pose a dead man. I don't want to touch it.
It's the exact opposite of 3 days ago. Not you, the characters from Monday.
Oh. I was like, I don't remember touching a dead body.
Bowie's
Hey.
I know. I was like, why does that seem familiar? Oh yeah, that's why.
I walk out of the office, back to the gang, and I look at Roland and I stare at his eyes. You have really good eyes, right?
Yes.
How close are you?
I mean, as close as I can, because he's gonna lean away.
There's like a
Probably.
3.5, 4 foot gap maybe.
And then there's there's a height difference as well. But
Yeah.
like as close as I can get. I just want to make sure that they're good. But then I come with me back to the office. There's got to be some important information in here, but for the life of me, I can't find Dick.
All right.
I'm like, that
At
was
that
very
point, I'm not
brave.
sure if I can go.
That was brave. What a brave pickup line.
All right.
I can't find Dick.
Can you help me?
As you guys make your way back into the office.
Yeah, I'll look around. Oh my god.
Did you find
Is there another part?
Dick?
Yeah, there is.
Yep. Just give it like 30 seconds. You'll get it.
Yeah, look at there. Go ahead and make another investigation check, Roland.
Nope, that is very.
That was doing a stunt.
Yeah. Investigation 19.
19. Okay, rummaging through the office. At the, it's got a thin drawer up on top and then two large drawers over to the right, kind of below. You find a false bottom in the drawer to your right, the top one.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna check for traps.
All right, go ahead.
18.
18. Okay, seems safe.
Okay. Couple steps back. Mage hand. Open it.
All right, you pop it open, and in the bottom of it, you find this.
Ooh.
Not a piece of paper that John was drawing on 5 minutes before we started.
At least 5 minutes before we started, not now.
Yeah, that's true.
That looks like quality paper.
You find. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, hello. On Broadway.
Is it Dick?
It's all
So
the hot
much.
spots to find good dick in this city.
It's his secret stash of porn.
Did you just say so much?
It's just an animated
Yeah.
map
Yes, I did.
that follows
So
Fenric
much.
around the city.
I was really proud of that joke.
For podcast auditory reasons, what you find is a map of the central portion of Ashar, indicating drop points and two varying safe houses.
Dick drop points.
Oh, so we probably found what we need. We can just beat it.
No, we have to do something with the information.
Because dick. Because of the dick.
I was too
No!
slow for all of you.
Still nothing outside the building though.
Oh my
Not as far as Richard can see.
All right.
You probably hear the dick
That was about a
talk.
5-minute gap
No,
in
because
time.
all my
so.
senses are through room
Oh
chins.
god.
Yeah, so Virya just sort of like out of his body.
But I'm just standing there. I'm like, still nothing, because I can still talk.
But you can't hear. You hear
Nope.
through him as well?
I hear through him and I see through him, so I'm dead to the world.
Feel?
Yeah.
Feel? No.
Okay.
I can feel you touching me if you touch my body.
If I tap your shoulder to get your attention, you can feel that. That's what I'm getting at.
Yep.
A little less dick talk. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Little less dick talk.
Is there? Good lord. Is there any sort of markings that would indicate some amount of thieves' cant on it?
Make an investigation check.
9.
9. Does not seem to be thieves' cant
Okay.
or anything along those lines.
Cool. Is it just MEK1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mech.
Mech.
Mech 1.
Mech 1.
Mech warrior.
And that's the tier 2 contraband holding, which is where that mark is. Is that where we are?
You guys are on the far right prong of the docks.
All right. Okay. Storage district. Verdant Beach.
Storage district.
So we're in.
You know, U-Haul.
Okay. So we're like there.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Is that mark, like, would I be able to figure out if that's where we are?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, good.
Where are you? Are you still in the office just chilling?
6.
6?
Yes.
Okay.
Hard to tell. You're not familiar with this city.
Okay. Well, I should probably bring this to Aurora or Virio, see where we are. I'm interested where this, what this contraband holding area is. Yeah, so I'll go back into the main room,
All right.
The office or the warehouse?
the warehouse. I was in the office.
Okay, when you walk back. Did you find Dick?
Sure.
Richard?
And I keep walking.
I don't know. You won't show me, but I'm pretty sure we found Dick.
Oh, man.
All right.
This is terrible.
Was there anything you guys wanted to do back in the warehouse, Fenric, Aurora, or Kismet, while that was happening?
Are we still staging the
Is that what you guys are up to?
I actually, I decided I want to.
Performance check.
I want to. Dick performance.
No, I
check?
think at this time I would probably go to the front office to stand with Virio and like watch for like people coming in.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. Where are we? I'm not familiar.
Should I do a check?
Still nothing.
Go ahead and make a survival check with advantage, Aurora, because you know the city.
Survival's not my best one. Why would you choose that?
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. That's better. Much better.
No, leave those seagulls alone.
19.
19? Okay. You would know
Bowie.
that you guys are located
The look on his
right
face.
next to the roads leading past customs and the road up to Hightown. And this indication here on the map is exactly where you are.
Okay. I know exactly where we are on this map.
And that is?
We're in there one. Tier 1.
Pier 1 imports.
We're in the storage district, Tier 1.
Are we at that mark?
We're at that mark, the one that I'm pointing at that our listeners can't see.
Perfect.
Yes,
I see.
this one.
Noted.
Tier 1.
So where is this?
Much
Where's the
appreciate
here's the
that,
contraband holding.
I'm gonna go back into the office. I want to search for anything like hidden switches,
Okay.
pressure plates, anything like that.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
18.
18. Feeling along the walls, there are a few very simple photos, or paintings, I should say, framed in this room.
Photos. This is new.
Photos exist.
Behind the... that's true.
Yeah.
Behind one of the frames, you do find a simple lock, and that one's labeled "dick pics." No,
You found it.
Archie.
the Wiener Vault.
Oh, I gotta go rename my folder.
The old Wiener Vault. Summer of 2014 was a crazy year.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
This is
But yeah,
terrible.
you do see a. It is a key that you would need to open this lock.
Who doesn't love good dick talk?
Who doesn't love good dick? Wait. Talk.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Who doesn't love good dick? Pause for effect.
I'll take a few steps back and I'll try with Mage Hand both keys that I lifted off of the dead dude.
Sure. Mage hand goes forward. First key does not work. Grabs the other one. Does not work.
I will try to pick the lock.
All right. Go ahead.
Is that proficiency and dex?
Correct.
Okay. Shoot. 23.
23. Yeah. Just you get the idea that it's not a very high end lock as you sort of pop it open, and as it swings open, you find what seems to be another rainy day account. You find a large wooden, but the hole is only about yay big, but it goes in about 3 feet.
Okay.
You find a box with 1,800 gold pieces in it.
Shoot.
And you also find a small note, which reads, it's just a small list, and it has numbers on it, which are
Go for it.
2, 4, 7, 9, 14, and 19.
2, 4, 7, 9, 14, 19.
Correct.
In that order?
Yes.
Are there any indication of other marks that? Yeah, just of any other sort of. I don't know, like when you write on a piece of paper and there's a piece of paper underneath it. There's that like indent. Is there anything like that?
Not on the paper itself, no,
Okay.
but the paper does sort of seem to be a shipping slip.
Interesting.
Just a kind of yellow gridded piece of paper. Piece of paper. Piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
Piece of paper.
Pizza.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Can we help you?
I'm not sorry, actually.
Pizza.
You have been told.
Pika pika.
Pika pika.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna take the box and I'll put it on the desk.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the door open, like to the secret
Oh, okay.
panel.
All right.
Just so we don't have to be here when they get here, should we just take one of those nails that was in the elithid, put it in a box, set it on the desk, and then just go?
Like a finger from like a kidnapped person?
Exactly. We know your dirty secrets, Stone Jumper.
But if we leave it, we don't have the evidence.
We have to,
we have two.
because I have a clean one.
Do you?
Yes.
Is
I'm no longer looking through Rookton's eyes because he has not seemed helpful in chasing these seagulls around.
That's fair.
Is his actually cleaner than mine? No.
At this point, yeah, Rookton's has been, or the one that he has been picked pretty clean by Rookton.
Okay.
Maybe we don't want to leave the clean one. I think it sends the better message.
Well, do we not want to talk to him? If we do that and leave, he might do something very rash.
Yeah, he's gonna run straight home because he's gonna want to make sure that Billy's okay. We can just wait for him back at that place.
And leave our mess here?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we don't have anything
Or
to
maybe
worry
he
about.
might go get the cops.
But
Yep.
but
He might
I think
go,
we would worry about getting the police involved.
He might go directly to Arcos. That's something we do not want.
that'd be the worst thing.
Also, I
Well,
suggested
perfect. We'll
leaving a
follow
note
it to Argos.
earlier,
We'll
and
just
no one
kill
wanted to
Argos.
take it.
Wait,
So
let's
now
just-
we're not going to.
Let's just kick our feet up and wait for him.
It almost
I'm
feels
fine with
like
that.
we should have stayed in the front and not run into the back where we shouldn't have been.
Oh,
Listen,
this is
we
fine.
won't
Well-
point fingers at who shouldn't have chased who and
Well,
who shouldn't
if
have
that
killed
happened,
who.
the DM shouldn't have had an NPC look at the window and run away.
That's no.
There was a person running. We didn't.
You don't just
initiate.
Oh,
We just
it's
chased
a
it.
warehouse with one person in it. Here, guys, it's called the Silver Platter Warehouse.
Apparently, there's two people in it.
So
there's
two
that. I
people,
didn't want
two people
him
and three
going.
large dragonoid creatures.
Getting more people. One of them was the bait.
I was trying to be sneaky.
Does anything happen in this time that we're like arguing?
He's not telling anyone.
Like forever?
That would depend where you guys are arguing.
Are we in the warehouse or the office now?
Honestly, I think we're back at the front office now
Yeah.
because
We
Kinda
were.
Sounds like it.
All right.
I just sit in the front office.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
you-
all in the front office.
That's where I
Right.
was. Yeah.
So about 15 more minutes pass.
As we're
Yeah, just all
Loudly.
shouting, and you all hear a and Steve pokes his head in. Oh, hey guys, how's business, my best friends and guardians of wares?
You're gonna get that promotion, bud.
I immediately put him in a headlock.
Okay, go ahead and make a. It's just a strength contest, I believe. Oh, Steve,
Not bad, not bad.
my sweet summer child.
13.
13.
Oh!
What are we doing?
I would like to help.
I'm gonna start clapping like they're dancing, like a beat.
Go ahead
I'll join in
and
the
roll with
clapping.
advantage because Fenric's gonna try to aid you.
Worse this time.
You can't get old Steve to dance when he doesn't want to, I guess.
I guess.
So
Apparently.
what are we doing here, gang?
Macarena.
Is the corpse
See-
pile in the front or in the back room?
It's in the
Did you
back
ask
room.
that out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, what pile?
No, I'm asking the GM.
Okay.
I can't remember.
It's in the
Last
in
to
the
my memory, it was
warehouse.
in the warehouse.
Yes.
Okay. Then I feel more comfortable with our dancing now.
Okay.
Dancing in front of a pile of corpses.
No, well, no, we're not doing that.
Is he
No,
is he
I
in
mean,
the room or did he just literally poke his head in?
He stepped inside and closed the door behind him.
Okay, the door's closed. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go by the door so he can't leave. right
Okay.
away.
Perfect.
But not just sort of just chill right over there.
Casually lean against
Yes.
the door.
Yes.
Hand on sword.
So
So
How
I
was
got
lunch?
fish tacos. They were amazing. Thank you for
you
asking.
guys are
Oh,
done
you didn't bring us
dancing?
anything.
I'm
You
like
didn't tell me to.
I'm
did.
dreaming about this. I remember from last time I was very hungry.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
You're
they're
not a-
going all day.
Virio's not attempting the headlock anymore.
No.
no, he's
Turns out-
dancing.
I had fish tacos. This
Yeah, I
is a
mean,
lot of
they're
movement
good.
for eating 3 tacos.
It helps with digestion.
This is gonna work really well in the audible format.
Yeah.
We're voguing.
Voguing conversation. What were you guys here for? Oh yeah, you wanted to meet with Tyrig.
Yeah, and Keith canceled.
Oh, did he? Must have. Oh well, that's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Yeah, you can see he went and wrote his name in now and crossed his name out over there.
8.
No, I don't think he did. He seemed pretty adamant about his appointment.
And why didn't he show up?
Well, his appointment's not for another half an hour.
Well, he didn't show up early. How rude. We
Maybe
canceled
I-
it for him.
Maybe I didn't hear who said they canceled right then.
Oh,
No, I thought I heard that Keith had canceled as well.
well, okay. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Round the horn. Me next.
Is this cheating?
Yeah, people were saying around the office that he was canceling.
I
9?
heard from accounting.
Keith is canceled.
Nope. Don't think so.
I switch out to routine view again to see if there's anyone coming.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception check.
Aurora, could I have that map again? I'm just
Damn.
standing in the corner.
Do you say that out loud? Does Steve hear that?
12.
Hey, alright. So, you, through Rookton's eyes, can see coming sort of from the mainland part of the city, you can see Tyrick walking with a half-elf man.
Okay, I turn back in. Stone Jumper's on his way, and he has a friend.
Cool.
Maybe that's Keith.
Who was the previous appointment?
That was Trey, Crestwind.
Or is Trey a half-elf by chance?
I believe so.
It's Trey.
Is that who he went out to lunch with? Is that?
According to the appointment book.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Steve, there was something like some odd noises coming from the warehouse. Would you mind accompanying us to check out what they might have been? We didn't go back there because we were kind of worried.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
God.
Yeah, you're so beefy and handsome.
Yeah, we didn't go. When she says that, I like look at you guys specifically. Like we didn't go back there.
22 on my persuasion check.
These boys
Got a
just covered
17
in
on my roll,
blood.
so.
I was wondering if we had any blood on us from the
Oh
encounter.
yeah, no shit do we have blood on
Yeah,
this.
I assume that was done with the
Prestidigitation.
No.
No. That's what I thought you guys said you were doing, so I assumed that was out of the equation.
When I was, that was part of the presentation, is us just covered in blood. I was just swimming in it back there.
Well, I guess that seems
Literally.
weird.
It's about the aesthetic.
Well, Tom is back there. He should be back there on patrol.
He's
but-
probably still back there.
He might. It was
Somewhere.
really strange noises.
What-
I
what
rolled
did
a
it sound
22
like?
on mine. What?
What did it sound like?
It sounded like. It's like pretty accurate.
Like
No!
like a dinosaur earthquake?
Kind of. It sounded like
Yeah.
there was some ruckus between.
Between coworkers.
I hope all the merchandise is okay.
Would you come
Some
and check
beast,
it
I
out
don't
with
know.
us?
Totally.
Do you have guard dogs?
Yeah,
Why?
we have
Are
some
we
guard
idiots?
drakes back
Why
there.
this-
Oh.
We could have just let it look like they were fighting each other.
Yeah, no, that's.
Well, all right, here we go to the back room with the plan already in motion. Away! Follow me, everyone.
That
You really
was
aren't
fine. It was
smart.
like just laying them on their side with their spears stabbing into each other. And
So Steve
I
is-
said, I hate that one, and he hates this one.
Yeah.
Steve is walking first,
Hey,
right?
yeah.
Like we're like leading him first.
I'm staying in character. If Fenric had no idea, not doing it.
No!
Are you all going into the
No.
warehouse with Steve?
No.
I'm still on
I'm
lookout.
staying
Okay.
in the main.
I'm putting my dwarf costume on.
I need
Okay.
somebody to help me grapple him.
I'll help. I'm coming.
Okay.
Steve is a half orc, right?
Steve is a bugbear.
A bugbear.
Bugbear.
Do bugbears have dark vision? Do I know if bugbears have dark vision?
Make a nature check.
Nature.
Nature. 14.
They do.
Okay. Damn it.
Magical darkness.
All right, so who's
Burn
going
spell
into the
slot.
warehouse? Raise your hand. Just you two?
How tall is he?
I guess it's
Like
just the
8
two
feet.
of us.
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I'm trying.
I want to see.
I was trying to
see
do the
the
plan
sand.
that we were talking about.
All right. So, as the two of you walk into the warehouse, what are you guys doing? I'm making a perception check for Steve. Looking around.
That.
Sir is dark in here, and
I
there's some
cast-
tall slabs of marble.
I'm going to cast a spell in this moment.
How's that pizza that I brought you?
It's amazing.
So Jumper's getting closer.
I
All right,
got it.
I am going to cast Charm Person.
Dee.
There we go.
Okay.
What's that save for Steve?
To Steve.
Charisma save.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Not great. Less
what-
than 10.
Sounds like a Steve
Okay,
thing.
so yes, you are charmed.
Ah.
Nice.
The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance when spell.
Hey, that
charmed
was
by you.
already in effect.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but now you have to do what I say as well. Right?
No, he just likes you.
That's
Yeah.
all?
Yeah, you just have a positive influence, so it's like rolling with advantage on persuasion checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still, yeah.
Oh,
still
I thought
advantage
this
on
was
that.
like.
No, it's not like dominate person. Like if you do
Oh.
tell him to do something harmful to himself, he's not going to do that.
No.
I wasn't going
And
to.
that was
I
like-
was
that
gonna
was
ask him to
madness,
sit in the
That doesn't
chair
sound like a real friend to me.
and wait.
He may be able to
You
do
can
that.
still do that. That's it.
Yeah.
You can still persuade him to do that.
Yeah.
You
Just
you
sit next
yeah.
to these bodies. Don't,
Yeah,
don't
even
pay
if there's a
attention
bunch
to
of
them.
dead bodies.
Look at this. Sit here and look at this wall. I was gonna.
Sit
I
here
was,
and look at your dead friend.
As we go in, I whisper to Aurora, "Are we gonna wait to see if he notices anything? Or are we just gonna go right away?"
Wait.
I'm
That
all
sound.
oof. Do.
That sound kind of was coming and going. So maybe you should just sit in this chair here and just wait to see if the sound happens again.
I can probably do that. No sign of Tom or the boys?
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know who they are.
Well, Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage.
I don't know. Oh, so I get advantage for deception. I don't know what this
Because
spell
you
does
haven't
now.
done anything
Charmed.
like regards you as friendly, won't attack you unless
Provoked.
Or
Unless
unless it
I-
ends and he realizes
Yeah.
and then he's mad.
yeah.
They have advantage if we're in combat, or it doesn't work if we're in combat. I think they have advantage on the
Charm
saving throw.
It
person.
doesn't work in combat.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
another one like that though. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's called.
If me or my companions do anything harmful to it, then the charm is off.
Mm-hmm.
Charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature.
Okay.
Thank
So I'm
you.
doing a persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what my first roll
God,
was.
Sam, you just gotta stop ripping on me.
Sorry.
12.
No, I don't feel like sitting. I will hang out in here though, I guess. I'm at that desk all day. Gotta walk off those fish tacos, you know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a standing desk? That sucks.
No, it won't because I'm so tall. It's mostly dwarven and Norwich City, so it's kind of like if I was standing,
Such a tall desk.
it's
That's fair.
kind of an inconvenience.
That's
People come
fair,
through
you
the
are
front
pretty
door.
tall.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we should look around for everyone. You didn't see him leave through the front, huh?
No,
That's so odd.
I didn't.
No, is there another door?
Not that I know of.
Oh, weird. I can go look.
I'm just gonna walk a little bit down the warehouse and come back.
Okay.
All right, not to metagame, but weren't we going to grapple him in the warehouse?
There was no such plan of that. That was in your head. You did not communicate that to me at all.
I thought we were going to tie him to a chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also thought this.
Come on, guys.
I thought you just convinced him that someone came in and killed him, and then you
The-
would be like, oh
the
no,
plan
we did
changed
this.
so many times. Fenrir was just and I wasn't there for like any of it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
in
was
the
just
warehouse.
like, okay.
Well,
Hey.
there's no pizza there anymore.
I thought he grabbed it and moved it. I was like, where'd it go?
I moved it up high.
Okay.
Well, okay, well,
I come back and I whisper to Aurora, what should we do with him?
Why is there a bunch of broken marble on the floor? That seems odd.
Now is when you could tell me to tie him to a chair.
we were going to tie him to a chair.
I forgot that he was a bugbear and 3 times my height. Literally 3 times as tall as me.
Yeah, there's that.
It would have worked if he sat down. I don't know about that. My grappling him's gonna be like AT-AT style.
Just
Why are you running around my legs with a rope?
Alright, well, you guys deliberate that. In the front room, the door opens. In walks Tyrig Stonejumper and Trey Crestwood. Tyrig is a older-looking dwarf, salt and pepper, kind of badger beard, big, bushy, unkempt, but he is dressed in fairly nice clothes. Trey Crestwind wears, Virio, you would recognize clothes which indicate he's a student in the academy nearing the end of his upper levels of education. He has kind of sandy brown hair, some stubble on his cheeks, bright green eyes, and a somewhat friendly demeanor. They walk in and Tyrig looks around. Who are you lot then?
Oh, I'm
You're
not
not
in the
there.
room. I'm not in the room. Forgot.
Where is Steve then?
Oh, Steve, he went out to lunch.
Well, out to lunch.
Yeah.
That wasn't his time to go on lunch yet.
He has really low blood sugar sometimes.
He's never told me about that.
Yeah, well, it's hard to, come out and talk about your own medical conditions to other people.
I suppose, but just strictly from an employment status, I think it's important that we know that something like that in case he collapsed one day.
I completely agree. It's just...
Maybe he wears a bracelet and you just never noticed.
Oh, maybe. Still, good to have that on record. I'll have to have
The hair probably covers it.
We'll have to update his file then.
All right, who's the head of HR there? Come on, pick a name. You got it.
Still just me.
Still just me.
Still just
with an
me.
apostrophe?
Oh man.
They're an Aarakocra.
Me is spelled like the we.
Yeah.
We me's.
Good old Stilgis.
Still just.
Still just hanging around.
But anyway, can I help you folks out? Don't have any shipment space available at the moment. Not in this house, anyways. If you speak to HQ, though, you can book something in the upcoming months.
Well, shucks. I guess that's like, can we just wait here until Steve gets back? Maybe he'll just be able to look at the schedule and pencil us in somewhere.
Yeah, I could do that. We have we have the appointment book yet. I could take a look through it myself.
Really
I'm not,
shitty.
he minds the desk while I do most of my paperwork, but I still remember how to work a date book. So let's take a look here.
Yeah, we had stopped in earlier and asked if there were any open appointments, and he said no. We gave him our information. So
This is the worst effing plan.
I don't want to know what it looks like because what's in my mind is just too good.
I don't know if he was able to get us in today. We've been in the neighborhood scouting out different shipping companies to move our products.
Is
So-
one of you
Bird cages.
Gert something?
Yeah, I got something.
It seems that my next appointment has cancelled. Seems Steve has gotten a bit liberal with his ink usage.
Gertrude. Well, I did have low blood sugar.
I suppose that makes
Maybe
sense.
he was passing out.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check
You
with
know how
advantage,
the
really.
hands get when you get the low blood sugar.
Oh my god.
18.
Oh, just glad. You said he's out to lunch then?
He said something about fish tacos.
Oh, okay. He does love fish tacos. Alright, well, I suppose we can sit down for the meeting then. Today, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Actually, if you folks could excuse me for just a moment, Jay and I are going to step into my office and finish our conversation.
Alright, sounds good to me. I didn't see anything happening in the office.
I don't know about Roland's mess, but I stole the chair.
The lines of communication here just been miss.
So wait, isn't the chair like in the main room that we're
Yeah.
in?
No, it's in the warehouse.
Oh, warehouse.
Fucking A.
His chair is gone. The safe is left open with the box of gold on his desk.
Oh my god!
Literally, there's a pile of bodies in the warehouse with his chair and Steve just like with us.
Alright, so step it to.
I step in the way. I close the door.
Go ahead and make a dexterity.
Do you know about the
check.
office? About what the office looks like?
I stole the chair.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
the rest.
Yeah, you
Okay.
know with the gold.
You know, Fenric has not been out of the warehouse.
Just a dex check?
Yeah,
At
to
all.
I
Dex
walked into the
contest.
room
17.
just in time for him to
Okay,
come in.
he moves pretty quick, and it seems like he's gonna get there, but you're like step in and like wedge yourself between him and slam the door shut real fast. Pardon me, young person. I need to get into my office.
It's being fumigated.
Does not look like a young person. Looks like an old person.
That's
I look like a grandmother.
That's right. Well, pardon me. My apologies.
You don't call old people young lady?
I'm saying that because, pardon me, young person.
Fumigated for
Fumigated.
tardigrades. They're really mean.
Well, that seems odd. Don't they live in water?
Water
No,
bugbears.
they survive everywhere. They're hard to kill. It's a very specific kind of fumigation process that involves very caustic chemicals. We're testing it. That's what we're shipping.
Oh, Steve never mentioned that was in the appointment book. That seems odd that he wouldn't say something about them coming in.
We noticed it when we got here, and we are experts. at this, so
Okay.
because it's our job to ship these things, this chemical. That's what we're here to ship.
Seems convenient. Go ahead and make a deception check.
I feel like disadvantage.
This is so
God forbid the
That's
shipping and
ever.
receiving company tests the product as well.
21.
That seems odd, but apparently it's my lucky day because you are here with said product. So,
I pull out. I like take some of the boxes off my back, and I pull out a. Oh God, I have it. It's the purple mushrooms. Yeah, the necrotic purple mushrooms, like the quarter pound of it. Yep. And so I like open up the box, and I'm just like, this is the type of product that we carry.
I look at
It's
it.
derived from these mushrooms.
I look at it and I cast minor illusion to make purple smoke come out from underneath the door that I've closed.
perfect.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead and make a. Are you still going for persuasion or deception?
I have no idea.
Whatever it is, roll it with advantage.
They're the same. Oh God, double eights. Oh God, 12 total.
You lucky.
Oh my goodness. Can I use the distraction as well to cast minor illusion? I just want to create like a.
The more things we add, the more rolls we have to make.
I'm just holding on. I'm.
Are you in the warehouse or are you with us?
He's
I'm
with
like
you
in
guys.
the corner.
He's with you guys.
In the
Oh,
front
right,
yeah.
looking at his map!
Because Fenric and I are the only two
Yep.
people in the warehouse with Steve.
So I want to make like a badge
Okay.
of some sort. I'm just hanging on to that.
Just a very like general looking like
Do you
official
have
badge of some sort.
the map out?
Not anymore.
Okay.
He did, very
I did.
obviously.
I was looking at a piece of paper.
Well, okay, you guys seem like you know what you're on about. How long do I need to leave that before I can go back in there? I've got some important papers in there, and it's only lunch.
At least through the end of the workday.
Ooh, I guess I could go work from home, I suppose.
Steve said it was okay for us to fix this situation before it got further out of control.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it spreading elsewhere. These tardigrades inside your warehouse.
Then you'd have to
suppose.
fumigate the whole warehouse.
Good,
And
good
this
for.
baby ain't cheap.
And I closed the lid in a dramatic fashion.
I suppose it'd be good of Steve to take the initiative.
And then he went to get tacos.
Well, I guess he earned it. Happy days for me. How much is this going to cost me?
Oh, it's our show of faith for our potential shipping company.
Oh, all right. That's a bold tactic, but I like that. What? Well, I guess is there anything else I can help you with?
Just a real appointment.
Hey, yeah. Let me take a look back through my book here.
I look at Vera and I'm like, get out your planner.
Oh, yeah, I get out one of my planners.
Does 2 Thursdays from now work for you? You can do a lunch date.
Well, what about right now? Does that work? I'm just kidding. That's an old scheduling joke.
I'm like still holding the door like
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that should work out just fine. 2 Thursdays from now.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'll jot you down. Would you like to meet down here, or would up in the market work for you as far as grabbing lunch or something like that?
Oh, would we'll be able to try this fish taco place we heard Steve just talk on about.
Oh, absolutely. We can do that then.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
I'll meet you
I'm
by
actually like writing it out, like excited about this meeting.
and the fish tacos.
I'm drawing like a picture of like a fish sticking out of a taco.
meet you down by the fountain in the main square then, and we'll go from there around say noon.
Of course.
Yeah, sounds great.
When you come in tomorrow, open all of your windows and any doors you might have so that the fresh air can get in.
Oh, very good. All right, I'll make sure to do that.
Have I heard
fucking any of this.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? No. Still no, that was 2 nat 1s in a row.
Ooh, it finally happened. Thank God it wasn't in combat.
It has happened before.
Yeah, nope. Steve is sort of like kind of poking around, like looking around the warehouse a little bit.
How-
Sort of like,
So he hasn't seen it. How hidden is it?
There's doors closed.
yeah, there are
No,
a few.
Steve hasn't seen this stuff.
Oh!
Like the bodies?
Yeah! He hasn't said anything. He's saying, "Where's Tom?"
Oh.
When the dead bodies are over there.
And Steve was wandering around the warehouse when you guys came in. He got a nat 1 on his perception check.
Oh my God.
Steve is very interested in these large square tarp shapes.
Okay, I was trying to figure out. Yeah, I guess partially like what rating you put to that, as well as like how obvious it is.
Yeah, no, they
Right
are
in the
about.
middle
They
of
aren't
the
in like the
warehouse?
front one straight out the door. They're a few rows back
Okay.
as you guys went in, so they're not like open door, big dead lizards right in front of you.
Fantastic.
Alright. And was Fenric able to hear
No.
anything going on?
Got a double Unos on those.
Oh, okay. I mean, am I listening too, or no? I'm too busy talking with Steve, trying to distract him with my charm. So I don't think I'd be able to hear anyways.
Can I make eye contact with Roland from where I am? I am like, and then point at the warehouse.
And all right, well, this was nice meeting you. I
Absolutely.
guess. Is it okay if we wait around till Steve comes back? I would really love to hear his recommendation on what possibly to get at this restaurant.
I suppose I'll wait in here as well. Since he's coming back, I'll need to check in with him to update his medical file, and to make sure that he's doing all right and send him home for the rest of the day. I think he's had a long day, taken the initiative, had some fish tacos, and made a pretty bold business move. So I suppose he deserves the rest of the day off.
So, well, I guess your friend Trey here can head out.
Yes, I suppose I could.
I'll escort you out to make sure you aren't suffering any circumstantial.
Poisoning!
Yeah.
Circumstantial poison.
That makes sense to
I
me.
just have to watch for like 10 to 30 seconds of you leaving the area.
Very good. I suppose that works.
I like walk over and I'm like, open a door for an old lady.
Of course. He opens the door and holds it for you.
Okay.
He steps outside. Are you stepping outside with him?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys step outside, he doesn't go walking down the street right away. He sort of pauses and it's kind of like wistfully looking around, and he kind of leans over toward you and he says, "So did you find anything?"
Tardigrades?
No, not that. My name is Trey Crestwind. I'm next in line to take over Hildy's position.
I knew the name was familiar, god damn it.
This is my face.
Hildy, Winterglyph?
Oh, okay.
This has been a roller coaster, guys.
So this
Yeah,
is like
playing
the
it
guy
close
who's gonna
out
replace
strong.
the person we're gonna kill.
Correct.
That works with Madame Gloriana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. I fucking just like take off my disguise. I'm like, fuck this. Okay. A garbage fire just happened where we were.
Very good.
Oh my god.
I have a plan right now for this one moment. We should reconvene in a second.
All right, I can wait here or just up the road a ways if you'd like.
Wherever you want to meet, we'll meet you there.
There you
I
go.
have there are people that we're with that know this city, so like.
Once you've all finished up your business here, why don't you meet me at the Rust Wheel Workhouse meadery?
Okay, got it.
Just down at the south side. Any carriage driver will know where it is.
Oh, we've got one of those.
And also, I'd recommend checking the blocks in there.
For what?
We don't know, but those are what came in on one of the irregular shipments recently.
Okay, are they like not blocks, or is there something in the block?
I believe inside the blocks.
Cool, we get to smash shit. That sounds great. I'm gonna do my plan. Break.
Very good. See you there.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of like turns on his heel and walks away.
Deuces. I'm gonna bust out my new feat and spell.
Excellent.
How's Dwarven Fortitude gonna come in?
There's so many hit points.
Okay, so I took
I've been waiting to use that joke all
God,
night. Thank you. Sorry.
motherfucker. I took the actor feat, and
Yes!
I also got alter self.
Yes.
And I'm going to make myself look exactly like Steve, who I've
Perfect.
now has heard for over a minute.
Yes.
And I'm going to pretend to be Steve coming back from lunch and interacting with this. And I was hoping with my conference with Roland silently that he was going to tell.
That's what I was gonna do in this. Yeah.
Okay, so while you guys are outside, Roland.
I'm going to kind of like cough and
Poisonous mushrooms.
and direct message into the warehouse.
Slide into their DMs.
Yeah, there isn't like a window in the door, like
No.
from the okay. Yeah, so just
Hey, girl.
uh,
Hey, girl.
just keep quiet in there.
All right.
And that's it.
First, we're gonna do a highs or lows to see if you hit somebody,
Always go lows.
And what if you hit Steve?
and that will be our D6 roll.
Or a corpse.
It's fine. It's fine.
Lows,
Lows.
nothing.
Okay. Wait.
Then you know.
Okay.
That was a 94.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Yeah.
I saw the 40 and I was like,
Oh no, 94. Hey,
Hi.
get away from the cables.
So, Mr. Stonejump,
Hey.
what type of, how long have you been in the shipping business?
Well, all my life, basically. I took over when one of the old councilmen stepped down. Been doing it for 30 years or so, I suppose.
Interesting.
Well, I've been in charge for 30 or so years.
Where do you see the primary shipments into Ashaw coming from?
Mainly they like to come up from the northern coast, sort of near the Shatter Bay. We've got some mining operations out there. Sometimes on the land shipments you'll have stuff coming in on the underroad, gemstones and the like. Same general region, but with the pirate activity on the coast, sometimes you lose more shipments than it's worth sending. So we've been braving the creatures of the Underdark lately. Hence the new engine station at the checkpoint outside of town.
Are you talking about the Sky Rail?
Yeah.
It's wondrous. We came
Yeah.
that way ourselves.
Cuts that trip in a third even. So
Yeah.
they're hoping to extend it all the way back to like Steel Farm Gap and that way.
Perhaps we could have maybe even a deeper partnership than we originally thought. These mushrooms that we use as this product actually come from the Underdark themselves.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hmm.
So,
I suppose that would be fairly useful then if you had some sort of harvesting rights during the excavations.
yes, perhaps.
I'll bring it to the council. What was the name of your group, by the way?
Oh, Gertrude Industries. I
Gertrude.
believe that we were penciled in by Steve.
Gertrude Industries then. Alright.
You're in trouble.
Alright, yeah. We'll bring that up at the next council meeting when we're speaking of the expansion.
I want to hop back to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
That'll
Yeah,
kick
but
off.
hop back to us.
no, I'm bored. Did we try to get Steve to sit down again? Or do anything? Because really, like, I'm not going to be able to grapple his knees. That's the thing.
At this point, we've done charm person, and I'm just trying to like maintain chit-chatting status.
You're just keeping him like occupied.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna like ear to door kind of actually like try to listen, while not like.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check first.
Oh fuck.
And I'm just gonna keep like chit-chatting with him.
Oh, yeah.
That's disadvantage, not advantage. That's a 13.
Well, a 12 for his perception.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're able to. Aurora, maybe the quiet. You even for a moment lose track of where Fenric is.
How?
Never happened before.
All right, then go ahead and
It's
make
the new armor.
go ahead and make a perception check.
13.
13. You can pick up most of the conversation. Some of the finer details are lost, but you kind of get the general.
I got
vibe
the
that,
general gist.
Yeah, Tyrig is
that's
here
good.
with a guest, and your comrades are pulling some sort of mushroom-based ruse.
This shit again.
Every goddamn time. It's birds or mushrooms.
Also, I gotta say, when I like the whole tray thing, that's the shit that I get like annoyed with. Like when you listen to a podcast, like real like close, like right after another, it's like, how do you not remember that person? And now I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
beats the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't
Well, it's different if you're
Hearing
listening
about
back to back versus have a week of
Yeah,
life
exactly.
in between.
So like, they're, oh yeah, we recorded this like a month later, and I'm like, I just listened to this 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
So okay. So that was absolutely hilarious.
Perfect.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm not gonna do anything then. I'm just monitoring, making sure that like they're not coming back.
Okay.
Because Steve seems pretty well handled with not looking at anything.
With
I'm
Chat.
really throwing on the charm now.
You flip your short hair so well.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's moving.
It is. It's true.
I'm always moving my head just a little bit, just to give it that wave.
You're just a cool.
Mine doesn't do that. It's just sort of got these wiry, long hairs on my arm and head and face.
You just have the cool mom
Cute.
energy.
Thank you.
You can charm someone without being hitting on them.
It's
What?
working.
I mean,
Fenwick says, "What?"
Yeah, I'm just maintaining chit chat.
Are you? Can you see me or no?
No, I can't because I'm assuming I'm trying to keep Steve's like backside towards the dead bodies, so that
The stank.
the
Steve,
stank is real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a.
Bender, are you
That
okay,
one was in through
bud?
the mouth.
Bender, why are you
That's a
so
beefy
beefy?
one.
I tasted that one.
Just give me a Come on, Fenric. I didn't roll today. Yeah, that's what I get.
Okay,
Aurora,
I
you can
wasn't.
make a perception check just to see if you noticed him sneaking off.
Okay.
Well, because I was trying to think
20.
of if
Okay.
if you were talking to him, you'd be looking that way and he would be looking away.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
yeah, I'm trying to stand wherever Steve will not be facing the
Bodies.
the bodies.
Hit the floor.
Yeah.
They did.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wonder what time it is.
I mean, I don't have we have a clock in the office. I don't. Wrist clocks haven't been invented yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Is it gonna
Well,
chime? Is there like
I
a
really
bell that rings
am
on the tower?
not hearing that strange noise anymore. it was really concerning at first, but maybe it's time to just, maybe it's just time to leave.
Oh, what time is it? Persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, look at the time. I must be going
12,
home.
oh, persuasion, hold on.
Yeah.
No, 15.
Oh, okay. Seems.
I'm gonna use my
Okay.
crossbow pretty soon.
So you guys begin making your way back. You see Fenric with his ear pressed up against the door as you walk in that
I
direction.
don't know what's happening.
No, it's great. So
Kismet, it's about this time
Oh,
that you're
good.
popping open the front door as this is what I wanted to happen.
Spider-Man points at
Yeah,
himself.
there's no way I could have foreseen this happening, but this is what I wanted to happen deep down
I want
in my
to-
heart.
How at like split second is this happening? Because I want to see if I hear Steve come in before Steve comes in.
And like me
Yeah, I was
coming
gonna say,
in.
we need to know the exact timing of what is happening.
Steve Kismet would be coming in first.
Steve Kismet.
By like a second.
Not like a immediate second, no. But you guys would be like, you see them coming, and then you would possibly hear the
Okay.
front door opening. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Nope, that's a 6.
I'm gonna try message again when Kismet Steve walks in the door. Just stay the course, keep quiet.
Now, are you aware that Kismet has turned into Steve?
You don't know that that's
No.
Okay.
Also,
But-
that doesn't mean shit.
But also, it means he saw Steve go into
I was
the
gonna say,
back.
but you know that he's
and there's
not
no
real
door,
Steve.
so logically that's
It would be
not
not
Steve.
Steve.
Possibly.
Or the first Steve wasn't Steve. One of the options.
Yeah, yeah.
What if
I
I make
don't
sure we
know
role play
Steve.
this out correctly? That
Fair.
you're not 100% sure that is not Steve.
Yeah, I didn't. I've only told.
I
I haven't
guess
told
that
my
would
plan
give-
to anyone.
Right. That would give me pause, but
Not even
Yeah.
Trey. I just
You could
told Trey.
you would certainly like have the thought, like you would suspect that is Kismet, but
right, like that is not Steve, or that's not Steve. But
Also,
either
this
way,
is new to me
keep that-
skills.
yes.
What?
Yeah,
You've
This
never
is
seen
a-
Kismet do this
true.
before.
This is a spell.
It's a feat.
It's a spell. I will be using a
And a
feat.
feat.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
What was the spell?
Alter self.
So you straight up like completely look.
Completely
Fantastic.
appear.
I
Like
wanted
Steve.
to put that in.
And like physical touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh
just
yeah.
like-
So are you now basically 8 feet tall? Is that
Yeah.
how that works? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Kismet
I
is
wanted
not
to get
Steve.
the spell details cleared up.
Yep.
Continue.
All right. So Kismet.
Uh huh.
Steve boy. Steve
Steve
boy.
boy.
Oh, Steve! Thank goodness you.
That
Lad,
was like a cross between the two.
lad, I've got to say, one, I'm glad you're doing all right. I heard that you've had a low blood sugar issue today. I wish you would have told us about that.
Oh, I was wearing a bracelet.
I'm sorry I didn't notice.
It's
Well-
kind of hidden under the long
I don't typically go sifting through employees' extremities.
hair.
Yes.
I feel like that would be an HR
It's a violation of
violation.
some kind. I absolutely.
It's okay. These nice people were kind enough to watch the desk for me while I went and got some food.
It turned out it was fortuitous as well, because it turns out that the whole office had been infested with these tardigrades, which I've got to commend you for making that call.
Oh, thank you, sir. I was a little bit worried, but what they were describing kind of sounded terrifying.
It absolutely does. Something called a water bear can be good for anybody.
Mm-mm. I'm a bugbear, and I know that.
That makes sense.
Sure does.
See, there's for a second there, I in my brain read that sentence incorrectly. I'm a bugbear, and I know that. Like, so you know that you're a bug. Oh, I gotcha.
I know I'm a bugbear. That's what I am. Me, Steve.
I'm no water bear. That's for sure.
Oh, those water bears.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stone Jumper, sir. I left the low blood sugar off of my record because I was afraid it would cost me employment if I had to leave at any time.
Oh no, that's look. We're perfectly willing to work with you over that, Steve. I'm just glad we know now and that you're doing all right.
Oh, thank you. The fish tacos were exactly needed.
I believe you. You do love those things, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you see how bad it was with my handwriting in the book?
I did. I took a look at it and I was like, the folks here said Steve must have been having an episode of some sort because it looks like some sort of text from tepid subject or something like that. All of it's smearing.
It was such a waste of ink, I'm ashamed.
No, don't worry about it, lad. As soon as we get everybody sorted here, I will probably let you take the rest of the day off.
I wouldn't need it, but I would not say no.
Well, you've taken initiative today. I can't go into my office anyways. There's a purplish smoke was in there a moment ago, and that's probably not something that anybody should be breathing if the folks here are telling me what's what.
In my experience, anything that's purple is a bad idea.
But seems like a fairly safe rule to live by.
Fenrick's covered in purple.
When do we?
I was gonna say, and now on the other side of the office. All right, but
Fenrick sure wears a lot of purple for a white guy.
Oh God. Mr. Stonejumper, sir. Aye.
Steve?
No,
Steve?
no, I'm. Well, you're Steve.
Steve?
What are you doing, Steve?
Steve?
Who are you? I'm Steve.
No, we're both Steve.
How can we both be Steve?
Oh no. Oh God, sorry. Steve must have inhaled some of the mushrooms.
No, you must have inhaled some of it.
It's one of the major side effects is temporary duplication.
Wait, is that?
I thought you were
What
trying
about
to say
hallucination?
tiring. That's what I thought the route he was going to go, but nope. What's that?
No.
That's what I was about to say. Oh my God.
I don't remember breathing in any smoke.
Oh
God, am I the duplicate?
yeah, probably.
It was purple smoke. I pointed the smoke that's still in.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Wait,
With
is
advantage.
Steve's fear
Here
of
we go.
purple cannon because you said it?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
and
Guys, everything I
Tanner.
heard about Steve is
Yes,
disappearing off the
and.
page.
I forgot to yes and. I could be like Roland. I have dumb hair. Get a yes and there.
Deception?
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
Also,
Nat 20.
Both 18 insight checks.
Oh my
for
God.
Tyrick and Steve. So it's like, I don't. That can't be right. Can that be right? He turns
that-
to you, a perfect stranger.
How does that actually work? Ty goes to deception.
also,
Tyrick goes to
Tyrick
the
hasn't
roller,
seen.
but it's sort of like it's garbled in between,
Okay.
so they're not sure of anything.
Also, like me and Fenrick coming out with
Mm-hmm.
him.
Are you dressed in all purple?
I'm wearing my cape, and my new armor is that like iridescent.
Okay.
It's
I
like
point.
blue, green,
I
purple.
point at him and I'm like, you were one of the people who identified the tardigrades.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you were listening, but I heard some of the gist of the conversation.
This is one of their employees, sir.
And I work for them
Okay.
too.
You know what's funny?
Do
Do you look like yourself?
No, I'm
Yeah, your makeup kid.
Okay.
yeah, I'm makeup
This
kid.
guy's kidded.
You know what's funny? Not Fenrick. Tanner was surprised. I was like, why are you saying there? Because you're Steve. Yeah. Now that that's underway, it should be cleared up by the end of the day.
Is the warehouse alright as well?
I think so. We didn't find any back there.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were just.
Steve, are you
Steve,
okay?
are you okay?
I make I make minor illusions like small puffs of purple.
Oh God, I'm dying.
So, I would like to say with minor illusion, you do have to like cast the spell. So,
It's my coughing.
Go and make a performance check.
I have advantage on that too with acting.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Well, I'll tell you got it because it was a 4 and a 1 over here for observation skills.
I got a 21.
Perfect.
I was like, what's that look on your face? It doesn't look good.
I rolled a 19.
Original Steve.
So-
Duplicate Steve.
I have all these memories of my whole life.
They're your memories. You guys will just, it's gonna take like an hour, you'll smush back into one. Don't
Oh
worry
God,
about
does it hurt?
No, it's fine. It happened to me tons of times experimenting with this. Experimenting with mushrooms?
With my shrooms.
Archie, is there anything that you'd like to be doing during this time?
No, so this whole time I've been disguised as dwarf sitting off in a chair, not associating with the gang, because inevitably, if something goes wrong, I would like to try one last ditch effort.
Alright.
I'm not with them.
I'm not with them. Is my entire situation.
I'm pretty sure Archie and I have just been like exchanging looks, watching these bugalugs
Reading
do what
the
they
newspaper.
do. Yeah, yep.
Well, okay, I guess as long as I'm not gonna die, that seems fine to me. So can I just, like, go home?
Yeah, can we be separate?
Yeah, that's fine. You'll just, like I said, it's a weird planar thing. It's hard to explain. But yeah, you'll be fine if you're in different places.
Is it like double vision, but double...
It's like, yeah, you are a physical form of your own psyche. It's like
Oh, is that why I don't have any of the memories of my life?
Yeah, it's like an astral projection, but physical form.
I want to go home too.
Let's go home.
This
I don't know
story
where
got
home
line
is.
just got like real good. Like, let's just get more of this.
I don't know where home is.
Well, don't worry, I know right where it is.
Are you lost and paranoid?
Steve, prime material Steve, walks through the front door.
I'm gonna stay right here. I'm afraid to move.
Alright.
I don't want you to breathe in the purple.
That makes sense. I guess I'll see you on the other side. And he,
Until then,
comes in for a hug.
I do exactly what he does.
Just mirrored.
Yeah.
Or, like, flipped.
Yeah.
Hug. I guess I never knew what it was like to hug myself. Well, bye. Pat, pat.
And Tarig,
Hey.
no, I'm not talking to him. I'm just wondering, like, is he not questioning any of this that's going on?
His insight on the explanation was not high enough to worry about. It is
right.
outside of his pay grade.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Planes.
Yep.
They're there.
I move things from one place to another with
In
a
the
ship.
same plane.
Yes.
Not
We
with
are
a
not an
plane.
interplanar shipping company yet.
So
That is such a cool concept, though.
we now have him alone.
Yep. We now have him alone.
That's a weird thing to say out loud.
No.
I know, I'm not saying that.
I know, I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm
It's all
just
about
clarifying
being
who is actually in this room right now.
Mentally
Now.
or physically? Emotional.
I'm gonna walk over to Fenric and just kind of lean down. You want to block the door?
You know what I really wanted to do? Sure, I'll block the door! That's not what happens. That's why I laughed.
Just
Which door?
The front door.
Sure thing.
Alright, Brenner, as you go to lock down the front door entrance, you are all alone in a room with Tyrig Stonejumper.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And that's where we'll take a break.
Nobody knows we've committed a crime.
Thank you.
So you all stand in the offices with Tyrig Stonejumper alone. What would you like to do?
I am gonna walk over to the desk and go to sit down and be like, oh, my chair is gone.
Well, that's
I'm gonna find it.
okay. Did you have to move his chair for your fumigation? Was it infected?
Obviously, look at them.
That makes sense.
There's two of them.
I don't know how I didn't draw point A to point B. Sorry.
Yeah, we had to move it into your office. Just we had to get anything that was possibly.
Oh, okay.
I cast detect magic at will. Like do that now, and I'm just like I show that I'm casting it, and I'm just like, see, tardigrades have a low grade magic about them. So the only way to find them is through detect magic because they are so small. They just let off a tiny aura.
They don't have tardigrade magic.
That seems to make sense.
They have low grade magic.
All of that will be all, I suppose. We could all call it a day. You all talk to Tom out in the warehouse and let him know about the.
Oh, I let him know when I went out for tacos.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright then. Excuse me, young man. I'm just off to my house, I suppose, to finish some working for the day.
We didn't tell Tom, though, that you were going to be off for the rest of the day, however.
Oh, I suppose I should go
Perhaps.
mention it then. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. He's sort of on patrol, so as long as that area is not contaminated, he's here anyways. So he's just on patrol till the next guard comes in, and then we'll pick over for his shift. So He's fine as long as it's not contaminated.
I'm definitely looking for direction. So I look at Virio to see what I should be doing.
I stand up in my dwarf costume.
Oh
and
dear
Here we
fucking
go.
lord!
Here we go. Let's add another plot line to this, please.
Before you go, I would like to have a word with you, sir.
Arnold?
I turn and I'm like,
Going for a Scottish Arnold.
I turn and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have an appointment with Mr. Stonejumper?
A brief word before he goes home.
Sure, how can I help you, sir?
In private, if you please.
Fuck you, where?
I guess if you could all step
the
out
question.
of the lobby, there's not really anywhere else to go except the room covered in the warehouse, and the warehouse has got some guard drakes in there. They can be a little bit snippy sometimes, so if you could all sort of just sort of scoosh.
We just came from the warehouse.
I mean, you two could go to the warehouse.
Oh, there's no need to drag this gentleman near any potential danger.
I'm making eyes like,
Alright. I'm walking out the front door. Fuck it. I'm gonna
like-
leave him alone.
yeah,
Where's he gonna run?
I'm like,
okay, I go to the warehouse.
I'm like, goodbye.
I guess a clear room's a clear room. That seems a strange choice, but okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll follow Virio.
Okay.
I'm following Fenric.
All right.
I'm standing at the desk.
Wait, did
I
you
get-
guys go to the warehouse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You two went outside, and you're staying inside the office. Is that right? If Steve sticks around, he works for me, so no harm there.
If it is alright with me, it's alright with you. It's alright with you, it's alright with me, is what I meant to say.
Is it all right with you then?
Reverse psychology.
It's all right
John's
with you.
face figuring out that sentence was.
My brain figuring out that sentence. It still hasn't. I pull out the cultist hood, just kind of subtly, and show the symbol on it, and then I put it back in my pocket, and I say, I know about what's in your basement.
No, I've never seen a hood like that before. What do you mean, what's in my basement?
How did you get in his basement?
You have a warrant, Sonny?
Is that a euphemism?
I would like to perception check at the
Yeah,
door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone who's trying to listen in, go ahead and make a perception check.
I am not listening in. I am dead to the world.
Yeah.
Doing a little room chin sleep outside
Perfect.
again. See if that
I'm
next
just
appointment
like-
Keith or whoever is showing up.
All right.
I'm standing next to Virio, but I'm like arms crossed, leaning on the building because I'm just like, fuck it. Every single thing I've tried to do has been shot down. I'm not going to try anymore.
We kind of tried part of it, so that's me saying I'm sorry.
You said perception?
Yeah, perception.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
8.
8. All right. You can hear the conversation, like, as it's played out. Fenric, it's tough to hear. You catch an odd word here and there, but that's about it.
Euphemism.
Viria, perception for Roopton?
14.
14? Okay. As you're kind of circling around, you have a pretty good eye on the street above you.
Okay.
So I'll let you know if someone seems to be approaching.
Right.
That looks like a douchebag named Keith.
He's got one of those like MMA or like the MMA shirts that you see like on Facebook ads that are like, guys named Keith are motherfucking badasses who are born in February.
Sounds like a Kyle.
I'll step
Sorry,
in
Kyle.
and kind of like flash the badge.
Sorry, not sorry.
Say,
From the back room?
no, I'm stepping back in from the warehouse
Okay.
into the main room. Zadara Secret Police.
This is not a secret police. We've already got 2 kinds of police. We have a 3rd kind of police.
The secret kind.
Oh, okay. It's sort of.
I'm like, oh my
It's
god!
Call
We'll do the
yourselves.
talking here.
I really want to step in and be the 4th kind of police.
And I'm the fun police.
And I'm the band, the police.
Roxanne!
Oh my goodness.
Look, I'll answer any of your questions. Sorry, I wasn't aware they had a strange underground police force.
I didn't see you come in the building. How did you even get in here?
We have our ways.
It's a secret.
I don't know what that means, sir.
Nor do I, Steve. Nor do I.
You don't recall a secret entrance in your bedroom, perhaps?
Well, we have our ways, don't we?
I found Dick.
The one by the vines
Not
or
here
the one
anyway.
by the shoe rack?
The one leading to the den with the illicit corpse.
Oh, that one.
What?
What's the other one? That's what I want to know.
That's for Tyrick to know and YouTube not.
Look, if you'd like your employee to step out, that's fine by us.
Livid?
Steve, if you want to step out, why don't you do that for the nice policeman?
Did you close the door?
Yes.
Are you right by it?
Don't do this to me, Dan.
No, how close? How close? Well,
Oh, damn it. For the police.
This city has too much law enforcement, I think.
We're the cops. Cops.
yeah, we police the police.
The accountant cop.
I'm your accountability buddy.
Just internal affairs? Like,
Wait, okay. How close to the door are you? still?
By now, I would have
Were you okay? You were walking.
Yeah.
And I
When
suppose you're the fire department.
When you
Fire inspector.
left,
fire department.
when he opened the
Fight
door
fire
and left,
secret.
was I able to see anybody? I want to try
Did
to
you
make.
like swing the door open or did you just like slip through?
I would have slipped through.
Okay, then probably no.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, okay, sir, whatever you think is best.
Yeah,
It's up to
why
you.
don't you take the rest of the day off, Steve?
The other me already
Us three
did.
will. Why don't you go take in a movie then while what Steve does, whatever Steve does. Here, and he gives you 5 gold pieces.
Yes!
What a sucker!
It's gonna cost you 2 vacation days.
I'm like, okay, and then I leave the front door.
Alright. So what exactly, so you were digging around on my private property without a warrant to find a deceased, I think we can all agree, monstrous type of creature. I don't see what harm that places the city in.
It's not about harm so much. It's more of a subtle matter. You support Argos Bashar, do you not?
On the council, several of us tend to see Arcos's way of thinking. I don't see what that has to do with anything.
He is involved in some darker partnerships.
Let's just say it'd be easy to release certain documents that would link you to those as well.
Such as?
I take out the ledger
Okay.
that I took from his basement,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it on the desk.
How did you find my combination?
It's easy. We're good at what we do.
He was in the fuck.
Yeah! I see. Look, I'm not an outspoken champion of Arcos's dealings. I just sort of keep my head down and do as I'm told because, well, the man has got some powerful friends. I don't know who they are or what they are. Well, if you were at my house, you must have run into my grandson, Billy.
Nice kid.
Aye. His mum and dad were nice too.
We won't need you to openly oppose him. I gotta find the accent again. Keep losing it. There will be a time soon, and you'll know when to stop supporting him.
What assurances do I have that me and mine will be able to maintain our safety? What assurances can you make that, that Billy will be safe, to be honest?
We're very well connected. We, after the moment my compatriot has mentioned, we will be taking control of the certain assets that are currently under Bashard's control, and we can use those in part to offer protection.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. One of you with advantage or both of you.
I don't know how persuasive you are.
I think I'm pretty persuasive.
Oh, yeah, just give you advantage then.
Yeah.
Ooh, Archie's
I mean,
persuasive.
again, this is I think. That is a 17.
Yes.
All right. Know this. If something goes awry and anything happens to that boy, I am holding you personally responsible. He doesn't know about his parents. He's been here on vacation. And he's a stupid lad. And he gets lost. And he thinks the sun is a ball. Or a balloon or some dumb shit. But he's my wee grandson and he's the next in line. So, if you got a shot at taking down this fella, then I'll help you how I can under the radar. That being said, you've clearly been poking around. Have you been poking around in the warehouse then?
Not yet. What's inside the blocks?
Some of the blocks contain large fittings, gold metallic armor suits, far larger than one that anyone I've ever seen would wear. Smaller than a giant, but larger than even Steve, height-wise. Heavy, thick plates of metal. There appeared to be some sort of crossbow-like repeating firing mechanisms as well. All I know is that we're holding him here, and then we're supposed to move him to a location that we will be receiving word on in the next few days.
I look at Roland and I nod to be like, I think we have what we need.
When you receive information on where and when you're moving those, please have a courier drop a note off. I'm going to give him the location of the bench that I met Fidge at.
Okay.
I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget.
I'm going to write that down so I don't.
I wrote down our appointment Thursday afternoon for fish tacos.
The most important note.
Will that be all officers.
I believe we have what we need.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, I hope your efforts prove successful.
And seriously, don't go in that room. The tardigrades are terrible.
Well, that was legitimate. Oh. I thought you two were part of a ruse or okay, alright, well, I'll give it a day.
No, completely separate.
Alright.
I guess we leave. Or I leave, at least.
Right.
Yep, I do as well.
While I'm
Wait,
outside.
are you
Do I hear them leave?
just standing in the warehouse alone with
But
all
you're
the dead
the warehouse?
bodies?
What the hell?
Yeah, he went into the warehouse with Roland, but
Well,
then Roland stepped back in.
I've been catching the odd word, is what you said. I heard them say leave a couple times.
Yeah, go ahead and make another perception check.
9.
Nope.
Okay.
While I'm outside, I've dropped alter self, so I'm back to the old Graham. No, I'm back to me.
Yeah, because you rubbed off
Oh
your
my
disguise kit.
And I'm gonna make a minor illusion of a hacky sack and
Perfect.
walk away from everyone and pretend like I'm about to try doing hacky sack tricks to
Perfect.
look casual.
Alright.
I see you from above, and Furio just goes, hack that sack.
It's fake. It won't hack.
Crucian can't hear you from way up
Doesn't that just make you much better at hacky sack?
Keeping an eye on the road, Virio, with Rutin, because you had, what was it, a 14?
14, yeah.
Okay. It sort of seems like the general normal comings and goings of the street are going on. However, about 5-10 minutes after you're keeping watch, you see a half-orc gentleman who begins walking down the street. He kind of pauses when he sees you guys outside of the front, and he sort of like turns and walks back the way he came.
Chase him, kill him.
Yes, let's
Watch
chase
out for
him.
guard drakes.
As oh god,
Did he walk past me, or am I in the other direction?
He like, let's see, the Docksar who has the map here. He came in from like the mainland part of the town. So you either would have been looking like out towards like the more watery area, or in towards
Where a
town.
teen would hang.
Probably out towards the water. So yeah, no, you would not be
Okay.
in between it.
Teens.
I guess since they're leaving, I don't care because I've got shit to deal with here.
Yep.
So I'm just like,
All right,
less people.
all right. So,
Gotta get ourselves killed one of these days.
Tyrig says, "Well, if that's all, if you don't mind stepping out, I'll lock up behind us. Seems I've got some work to do."
Tyrig saw me go in. Does he remember I'm there? That's what I need to do.
Nope.
Okay.
Just, I wanted to make clear to Tyrig that we are entirely separate from the last group to come in, the one that Fenric is involved in. Because inevitably, when he goes out to the warehouse and finds dead bodies, we're not associated with those.
You guys were in the lobby the whole time. Wink, wink, wink.
Correct.
It's just Fenric, murder machine. Killed all those guys by
Even
himself.
though I think we were 66%
Real
of the people
quietly.
that charged in and killed people.
Yeah, it was this half of the table.
It was less my fault.
It was actually
tardigrades.
more the two of us than it was Fenric.
Damn
It was
right
the
it was.
tardigrades.
No, actually, I dealt 0 damage, so I did not.
That's true. That's very true.
It was the tardigrades.
That's my story. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, they hallucinated it and killed. Yeah, okay.
They all duplicated and they all killed each other.
Gentlemen, if you don't mind.
The duplicates killed themselves. Yes, makes sense.
Of course. I'll take the ledger and leave.
Fair enough. Roland steps back out. Archie, are you following? All right, step out. Tyrig makes his way towards the door.
Which way does it open?
closes the door. It
Wait.
opens out.
Wait, we're on the outside?
Yeah.
Which way does
Yeah,
the
they're all
warehouse?
leaving.
Where's the Which way does the warehouse door open?
The warehouse door opens into the office.
Into the main room.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Did you tell me the thing
About Trey
that
or
we should
Check
say
the-
it's tardigrades that did it? Did you say that to me or?
Oh yeah, I'm playing hacky sack and I like have a flash moment of inspiration where I'm like, it was the tardigrades, they killed them.
I'm like, that will work, I guess. And I go to open up the door at the same time he's pushing it open.
Pardon, sir. We're closing up for me and the officers here are leaving. We're gonna close up.
I just wanted to do one last sweep with my cast detect magic again. And I was just like, just in case we missed any spots, because if they're just gonna spread, then we're gonna have to shut this whole place down, and it's gonna take longer to fumigate, and it's gonna be a bit more costly.
Okay, I suppose I can give you 10 minutes. I'll wait here if you can. Please hurry. I've had a long day.
I'm just like off into an alley or side street.
You cast sulk.
Yep. No, I'm playing the part. I'm leaving.
Disappearing
We're
into.
leaving. We're separate.
Did I hear him say
I follow.
officers from where I'm playing hacky sack?
Make a perception check.
A nat 20?
Officers.
I
No, yeah,
drop my
I hear what I'm
hacky
saying.
sack and I'm like, shit! And run away like a shitty teen.
Yeah.
Fuck the police.
Scamper into an alley.
Perfect.
All right. There you are.
Cast scamper.
You have leave of the warehouse.
Okay, I go back into his office.
Okay.
And I try and tidy up and put things back where they were supposed to be.
Okay.
And then I go into the back warehouse room.
Where Fenric is pressed up against the door, listening intently.
Yeah, I push the door up again. I'm like, what's holding this door?
Other way.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a pull door.
sorry.
I catch myself.
Okay. Fenric, what are you doing in here?
Heckin' idiots.
Did you not see? He said to go in here. I thought
Oh, when I thought he meant leave, he meant leave the building.
he gave this as one of the options.
Oh,
I heard him. You heard him.
I mean, kind of. I don't pay much attention.
Oh, hey, me neither.
That's fair. So, Kismet and I, we were talking, and we thought, hey, the mushroom thing we did,
Yeah.
that ruse, that could be a good way to explain the deaths here.
Should I? Are you? Where is he? Right now.
Tyrick, he's outside the building.
He's standing
Okay.
outside the front door.
Waiting to lock up.
Fantastic. Should we run out and say that we found this?
Yes, but I need your help to move these 2 chairs into the office.
Oh, that's a great point. Who thought that one was gonna bite us in the butt, huh?
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
Then we put them back in the office and
Alright.
close up things and put the money back in the safes. And,
Except for some of it.
Yep.
I didn't take any of it.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I
he
left
didn't
it.
take any money.
The
yeah.
maps. Yeah.
Gone.
He
No,
just
I
took
took the map.
The map, yeah. That's
Wow,
Yeah.
character growth.
Had you been in there before?
No, I'm just guessing.
I had never been in the office either, so
it looks nicer than when we left, came in.
so we don't actually know if it looks right, but it looks
my
good.
nice.
fine. So we close up the chest, put it back in the safe, close it,
Yep.
do all that.
Yep. And then I was like, okay, and I was like, shut the door. I was like, so Fenric, when we get out of here, we're going to be shock and awe, oh my god, it finally happened. No one explained to the duplicate that the other one was a duplicate, and they freaked out and killed themselves. This happens sometimes, and it's the worst scenario, and that's why we can't let people be in the room with the mushroom clouds.
All right, makes sense to me.
Yeah, right?
Wait.
So they killed themselves because they freaked out on shrooms.
You're trying to make yourself cry?
No,
Just
I was-
understanding.
I have failed most of the perception checks from the warehouse, so I'm trying to think of how much Fenric knows. Because a lot of this,
Oh, my
Fenric didn't hear
goodness.
shit.
I was like, does that sound good?
That sounds perfect. Yeah, I believe that.
All right.
All right, so yeah,
What?
shrooms and a duplicate and a mirror. No mirror.
No mirror. No, just duplicates. Listen, I'll
Did
do
the duplicate dragons kill them? Kill the
Yeah, they might kill each other. It's crazy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just say that. And maybe I'll just say that. You nod and smile and maybe give me a beat.
I'm good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'll just look real scared.
Yeah.
From what because I was in there for a while and I am freaked out.
Yeah, you shouldn't stare at bodies that long.
I did like my arrangement though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should make it look more like they.
That's what I was gonna say. Do
Yeah.
you think we should move them a little? Cause
Yeah, let's.
Because right now they're both posed.
Yeah, let's
Maybe.
maybe make it look like they all attack each other.
let's more go for death throws than okay. That's a good idea.
So we do that.
Can you
then,
clean?
too.
Alright.
Can you clean us off after?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
We do all of those things in these 10 minutes.
All right, go ahead and make, because it's both of you doing it. Go ahead and both of you make a deception check with advantage to see if
Oh,
you
we
can.
both get advantage?
Yeah,
Oh my
hell
God.
yeah.
you're taking a little bit of time to do it.
Nice. 17.
All right.
That's a hot 69.
Hey.
That's an 11 total.
All right. Yeah, between the two of you, you're able to make a
Okay.
fairly
Nice.
just through the wall. Nice.
Through 2 walls.
Yeah.
It's like pushed up against the outside
Running
wall.
across the street in an alley.
Nice.
You guys are able to arrange the bodies in such a way that it seems like these drakes and this guard tore each other apart.
Nice.
Alright, well, let's go back
You're like
out.
limbering out. What's going
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah. I start limbering up and like hyperventilating, like breathing real fast.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm
You ready?
watching from the alley I ran into.
Okay. There are 3 alleys taken up by
Hiding people.
by a teen, a
This
drow, and a goblin.
This city's gonna run out of alleys soon.
I'm still just like
You
leaning
see
against
how
the
big it
wall.
Just outside the door.
Yeah.
No, I'm not right outside the door. I'm like maybe around the corner. So
Oh, okay.
Tyrig didn't see me when he came out.
Okay.
But I'm not hiding. I'm just like there.
Sure. All right. You guys step outside, and
Are you stirring mac and cheese?
Just making some coffee.
it was just
I'm a
ding,
coffee
ding, 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 ding.
now.
Ow.
The chop is what got me.
I didn't even hear the chomp.
Oh god. You guys make your way outside though, and Tyrick is standing there like holding the key in his hand, kind of looking like impatient.
It's gonna be okay.
Hey, oh yeah.
Um,
That was scary.
yeah, sorry, first timer on one of these. He hasn't quite seen what can happen.
What can happen?
Well,
Shit went down, sir. Sorry, I'm Agnes. I'm Agnes. Agnes.
Agnes. He's Agnes.
Hello, Agnes.
message.
Lovely to meet you.
So today's gonna get.
I hyperventilate a little bit too well.
You have asthma. Don't do that.
With the purple mushrooms too. Ooh.
Oh shit.
I think Virio was talking about real Tanner.
Yeah. Don't do-
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm just bad with words. Continue.
Okay.
So what happened?
So you know the duplicate scenario when you accidentally inhale too much of the smoke.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, no one is there to explain the duplicate. And they kind of go crazy because you don't understand why there's another you.
Okay.
And if you accidentally kill yourself, like imagine killing your astral projection. Like That's not good. It's gonna leave you brain dead, or you kill your physical form. Either way, you're gonna die once they get pushed back together.
The cons are starting to outweigh the pros with your product, sir.
There's some downsides, yes.
An astral projected mad version of yourself trying to kill you seems like a pretty big negative side effect.
Well, usually they don't stay in the room. I don't know where he got around and he inhaled that much, but
Maybe he was messing around your office. I'm not sure, but
maybe the worst thing is the little guard the guard dragons went crazy too.
So what is this
your
situation?
your warehouse is a little messy.
we're gonna say this is probably the worst scenario that could have occurred. Mass casualty. I will send
1 out of 4 ain't bad.
So, good news is, I know a cleaning company that
They
will...
specialize in mushrooms.
They specialize in... I've got a good working contract with them.
You give them a lot of work.
Yes, we give them a lot of work, so this is normal for us, kind of. I'm sorry, it isn't a good product. I don't know why, man. I'm just trying to get a paycheck here. The higher up sent us out to do these jobs, and I don't really believe in our product so much, but like, hey, it puts food on my table.
I'm just glad I'm hearing about this now so I can get out before I've been in here as long as he has.
Go ahead and make deception and or persuasion checks.
Was that for our like kind of performance-ish role to set up the bodies?
That's if anyone takes a look at it, and this is to convince Tyrig that that's what happened.
This is a what
17 again.
Okay.
now? Deception?
Deception or
Mario
persuasion.
walks out of the building. He's
Oh.
like, "Okay, guys, we're a cleaning crew now. We gotta go back in there."
Change into your khaki jumpsuits.
We're the cleaning company.
It's an 8.
May the Kraken dice be kind to you. 3 to 17 and an 8. That seems a bit far-fetched to me. I don't know the product exactly. Gertrude Industries, was it?
Yep, Gertrude Industries.
Did I hear all of this from where I was here sitting?
It's kind of right outside the door. You can make a perception check, but it's a little ways away.
I am rolling so bad.
Well, that was a 3.
Okay, so probably not.
No.
Well, I'll alert the city chevaliers to come in and get an official report, I suppose. I guess in the meantime, why don't you keep that stuff off the streets, huh, boys?
Yeah, that's fair.
Absolutely.
If
I'm
you're-
gonna file a report. I've only been with the company for like a week now.
But I'm gonna blow a whistle.
It's always the new guy.
Yeah.
I've been in it for way too long. I need to get paid out, man. I'm gonna retire.
Going out California.
Okay, make
way.
sure you retire in the next couple days.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Anyway, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. Not maybe. Not really nice, but
Not maybe.
A day.
it's been a journey for sure.
This guy has had a bad day.
He really...
We still on for lunch, though.
In 2 weeks!
Why don't we just see how that shakes out?
All right, I'll have my people call your people.
I am my people.
Very good. He locks the door and walks away. You see him, Aurora, walk down past you and make his way up into the city.
I will walk around towards where Virio and Fenric are.
All right.
Did I see him walk away?
Probably. If you're like
I was
looking out into
looking
the
around the
street, yeah.
corner.
Yeah, you would have just sort of like seen his.
You don't have to keep doing that. It's gone.
I get really nervous sometimes.
About that time, you hear a clock, 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 Hey, it's Carol, not Carl. Wrong name. It's me, your Lyft, your Uber Lyft. Das Uber Lyft.
I see him and I'm like, carriage driver!
Yes, that is me.
We have a place to be, everyone. I run over.
Is it the taco place?
No!
Good news.
No!
Didn't he go to Subway?
He went to get lunch and then was coming back.
Where were we supposed to go?
You have no idea.
I know. That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, get this.
Get what?
That
Are we all in
guy.
the carriage now?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're all in the carriage.
We're in the carriage.
Sure.
We're going somewhere.
Uh-huh. There's a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
He said any carriage driver would know it's a rest wheel meadery.
The Rust Wheel Workhouse Meadery?
Yes!
I know the Rust Wheel Workhouse Meadery.
Yes!
I'm a carriage driver. Of course I know.
I remembered it. Okay, get this, you guys. Trey.
Yeah. Wait.
Trey.
Zavonde, yes.
No.
Who's Trey?
Trey
Ray.
walked into the warehouse with the guy that we just
Keurig.
Yeah,
Who?
Keurig?
coffee maker.
Yeah, Mr. Keurig.
Yeah, Trey is the one that's gonna replace Hilda.
Oh, when we murdered
perfect.
her.
Don't be ashamed.
You guys should learn to speak with hushed voices.
You work for Madame Gloriana.
I know, but if I can hear.
For me, I take my disguise off and head back to the carriage as normal Archie, and I come in and say, I heard murder.
Did we leave without Archie? He's like running to catch up with the carriage.
Get in, buddy.
So, yeah, when I escorted
Sorry.
Trey up.
Sorry.
Are
Sorry.
you peeing
I
over
spent a
there?
long time
You don't
in that
know.
warehouse.
Sorry.
It's probably the
Sorry.
horse.
Is that gonna make you gassy?
You don't know.
We can give him a bad review.
Alright.
You wouldn't.
On what was it, Yelp?
On Whelp.
On Whelp?
Well,
So anyway, when I was escorting Trey out of the building, I had no idea who he was, and then he talked to me like he knew me.
You
And
know what's cool? I still don't know who he is.
He's replacing the person we're killing.
I got that.
He works with Madame Gloriana.
removing.
Have we met Trey?
No, I met Trey.
Have any of I'm not asking you.
Nope, you just heard his name from Madame Gloriana as the one lined up to replace.
Wait,
Who
but
would
we
you lift?
did meet him.
Well, just now, yes.
Okay.
The people who were in the office saw him.
Yeah, he was in the room with you. I
Yeah,
don't think
okay.
formal
He was in the
introductions
room
happened.
where it happened.
I think that was when you and I were in the.
The room where everything happened.
Well, okay, I saw him actually.
Yeah.
Trey was the guy who, what Stone Jumper had lunch with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm still confused as to why this old businessman was having lunch with a 23-year-old student.
Well, you gotta make business partners somehow.
Yeah, it's true.
Welcome to politics.
Yeah.
There's lots of secrets to learn.
All right, you can continue. So what about Trey?
Anyway,
Now
so,
that I know who he is, thank
so
you.
when I escorted him out under false pretenses, he knew what we were fucking doing.
How did he know what we were doing? We didn't know what we were doing.
That's a great question.
Truth.
He also told me to look inside the bricks.
Well,
Did anybody see what was inside of a brick?
No, but Stone Jumper told us they are mechanical suits of armor and repeating ballista of some sort.
Are the suits of armor like the ones we climbed on? Because I would love to climb on one again.
That's my assumption.
But they're
Are
encased
they
in
are they
stone.
those actual ones or are
The ones
they
that
different
Quincy
ones?
Brass Stash,
Mm-hmm.
her shit.
Her shit.
Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, using shaped stone to put things in stones to move contraband, it's brilliant.
Good job.
That's
I'll just
insane.
drop all this and join in the business.
you did it. You
That
thought of
was
the idea.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, Trey said to look at those and then asked if we saw anything and then was like, you're dumb when I said we didn't see anything. And I was like, well, we got some stuff and we're also having a big time. Anyway, I told him that we should meet with him, but it was later. because we were in the middle of whatever we were doing. And he said to meet us at this meadery and that we would hang out.
Right now?
Yeah, when we're done with our business.
If this meadery has any type of inn, I could definitely use
A rest.
some
It's
rest.
a meadery. Of course it has an inn. It's a place where people meet.
Even I know what a meadery is.
Yeah, it's where you go to meet people.
Maybe it's where you go to meet people.
You guys mind if I put the screen up?
You're thinking of the
Ruben
club.
spreads his wings.
Before you do, can I join you?
You're coming to the
I
meadery.
prefer it out in the sun.
You're coming to the meadery.
Oh, I know. I just wanted the sun to be more bearable.
How did the interrogation go though? Does it seem like
Wait,
he's gonna be on our side?
Yeah. I didn't know there was an interrogation.
Well, they were the police.
Who?
These two.
You're police?
Well,
I
Whoa,
tried to
hey.
jump off.
Hey, if you guys are cops, you gotta tell me.
I reach for the handle like shit.
I cast minor illusion. I'm like,
Have a lovely day, officer. Oh.
Intangible badge.
Intangibles.
so no one can steal your badge. It's brilliant.
thank you.
Yes, I would
that's
say
the real
he will be
badge.
on our side when the time comes.
It just says Roland, totally real secret police.
What was that, Mr. Goblin Man?
Not you. This is we're speaking in hushed voices.
Oh,
I
sorry.
thought you put the
My
screen
bad.
up.
Yeah,
I
thought
just
you
didn't
would-
hear for whoever might be listening in an audio format.
I said, I believe he will be on our side when the time comes.
Cool.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Let's go meet our new friend Trey.
Cool. I'm gonna patch up my wounds on this ride.
Yeah, how long is the ride? Is it an hour?
It'd be roughly an hour to get
Four.
back across
Yes.
town. You're
Hold on,
heading
can
all
we
the
just-
way.
Can I just roll a luck check and maybe we accidentally just run over the snow person? Nice, a 2.
Nope, that was
You
it.
could have
That
said
was-
low.
It would save us some time.
Yeah, just tell the driver, hey, if you see Hildy.
You guys
Interglyph,
are
just-
heading all the way up from the northern dock section all the way back to the southern part of the city near the Ember Forge for whoever has the map.
Great. I have maps.
Why do you keep putting it away?
Right?
Because I didn't think we needed
Stick it up there. We're
Why
gonna
would
be
we
Yeah,
not
nothing's
need
coming
it?
up.
We just got it.
Did you say it's a short west? Short west will it be? Is it woodsy of a short west?
You take a short way to west, buddy, okay?
Jakes,
We're gonna wind into Carwitz down to the Ember Forge.
I'm so injured. I think I took a head wound.
Then perish.
I haven't gone to church in a
The
long
level of
time.
meme that required was a lot.
So we're going from here to here.
Yeah, that general area.
Okay.
Tier 0.
Yep. So going from the docks, you kind of have to go up into the city and then you kind of wind down below to kind of the area where Kismet and Virio walked through to find the shadow woven temple. Not quite down into the works themselves. It seems to be sort of a almost like a strip mall area, sort of for workers coming and going to the site. So there are a few taverns in this area, and it seems to be there's an outdoor volleyball arena near one of the bars.
Sand
but it's,
volleyball
yeah.
court for volleyball league.
Yep, and there's another one of them nearby, which is like a sandy fighting pit. But
How many other
I
sand
have a-
sports can we
I have
think
a
of?
Sand
question.
hockey.
Is it separate based on race to play volleyball? Because then you have the halflings. Then you got
well, they
you
have
know,
open leagues, and
that's
you
tough.
can do mixed.
you got human and
Yeah.
then bugbear, giant, Goliath, whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Are you just
last
worried
night.
that you're going to be playing against somebody taller than you?
Well,
A whole team
that's
of
how that's how I
bugbears
play
versus.
now. No, I was wondering if there was a small 4.5 foot high net
Oh,
for all
yeah,
the halflings.
yeah.
Small, medium, large.
Yeah, there's a couple of
league.
nets.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure there was a nice gradient of nets.
Oh yeah.
beach episode where the 6 of us are a volleyball team.
Oh my goodness.
You only have 2 littles, so that's not that bad.
I mean,
They
if
can
this
be-
episode is any indication, we would all think we're playing different sports.
Can someone clip that, please?
Someone shows up with like a racquetball racket.
We're playing and someone's just making like a sandcastle in the corner of the court.
Yes.
Doesn't need to be our next drawing of all of us in different sports uniforms.
Yes.
Like,
I would definitely be a hitter.
Imperial wrestling singlet.
Oh no.
You guys do arrive, though, after about an hour or so you can consider that a short rest. If you need to get some HPs back,
how do you do short rest again?
you have your hit die that you can roll,
You can roll up to 4.
and you get...
Wait, when you level up, you don't get your HP back?
No.
Why would I?
But do we automatically
Why
get the
would I do
4 hit die right away? So I can roll
Yeah, you have all those
4?
hit
Like-
die available. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm going to use all 4 because I'm very hurt.
Where are you at? 11.
So when I leveled up my character, it automatically put my health at, and I don't remember what it was.
Sure.
Because on average,
I don't think you didn't really take much damage. I took most of it.
Alright, cool. I'll just leave it at a full health then.
4. So 10. That's probably pretty good. I took 3. Right? That's up. And then you just add that.
I'll knock
So
off
20.
5, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Holy.
erase that and write 1. You have 1 left.
Until my next long rest.
Each one.
Yeah.
Okay.
John, you
Got it.
Is D&D beyond lying to me, or you get your con bonus in addition to each hit die?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's your hit die plus your con
Oh
modifier.
God.
So you need to add 6 to what you just got.
6.
I rolled
Yeah.
4 of them and
My
got 4
constitution
d10s
is
and I
only
got a
2.
16.
Yeah, times 3. You rolled 3 dice.
Man, Aurora's constitute.
Oh, so that means I'm at full
Ha, 2.
power again.
Yes.
6.
This is a good short rest.
I feel like
This is a good short rest.
I feel like you were sitting in the carriage like asleep while we were all just like
Yeah, that's actually 100% what was happening, and I'm sitting here as Kelly right now, just like,
doing the same thing
yeah.
I curled up in a
Kind
ball
of. And
for
I
the
feel
on the floor.
ride, wherever. I died. I was unconscious at one point during that fight.
I didn't take damage during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I took damage like a while ago.
So, as you guys have arrived at the... As you've arrived at the inn.
Hello?
That was actually really good. I like
Do
that.
that from now on.
Yes, just that is how you DM.
Constantly holding a candle.
You're gonna get real nice and swole just for like 3 hours
One
holding
arm.
a candle.
Please get switch arm.
You arrive at the inn. It's a place that has things. As you walk in, you can sort of hear a janky piano kind of being played in the background.
piano.
Kind of like saloon style, like
Benny in the
western.
jazz.
Yeah. And country
Saloon,
western.
saloon.
Saloon.
Like the pub or the goddess?
Oh, no.
I guess I don't know how
You
they
see
play
Saloon the
piano.
goddess playing the piano.
And we're like, well, we just did it.
Well, howdy!
There's a whole arc that I needed to do. Here she is,
Y'all were gonna go on a whirlwind adventure, but you found me.
playing Elton John in this.
That's good.
It's a janky piano, not Elton John.
Bum, 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 bum.
As you step in, the bar is filled with all manner of patron. You can see there are.
Sorry, John.
That's okay. There are a bunch of different
Meads?
Meads. There's a huge wall of like different colored meads up on the back wall.
Nice.
There seems to be like a rest stop after a long shift down in the forges. So this place is filled with all manner of patrons. We're sitting and laughing and playing games, arm wrestling, throwing darts, throwing axes at one of those like targets where you can like they have a little corner sanctioned off
yes.
with
Good.
like the hatchet throwing.
Is there
stuff.
some sand over there too?
Yeah.
Also, I need to check. So this is a meatery, not a meatery,
Yes.
because I thought this was like a meat store the entire time.
Nope.
I'm aware, but
Have
I
you
thought it
been
was like
to-
charcuterie plates.
Have you been to a meadery? There is
Kind
one
of.
in Madison.
Yes.
And it's really good.
Yeah, that's why I was picturing a bunch of meat.
That would also
Wait,
be
there's a meat place
Kind of.
in Madison?
Is it a butcher's? We're talking
No,
mead
there
like
are-
the drink.
No, I have never had mead.
It's like right next to the Blast Wing.
The best
the Blash Wing.
You sound like you need a West.
Have you all taken a Wong West?
I took a short west.
We're talking about Kanye West.
But looking around, sort of sitting off in the corner chair, somewhat near the bar, you do see Trey Crestwind sitting, and
How is he sitting? I want to know for me, Becca.
he's sitting like back
For
up against the
later.
wall, kind of. He does have a glass of meat in front of him. It doesn't look like he's touched it that much.
Not meat.
He's got a glass of meat.
A glass
Actually, that doesn't sound
of
bad.
bacon. No, he's like
It's just
sort of
bacon bits.
leaned back, sort of casually observing the room every once in a while, and like looking down at like a small book that he has. He makes some notes, looks around the room a little more. As you all come in, he sort of gives you a nod as you step in.
I give him a like. Okay, he's here.
I walk over to him.
Hello, how are you?
I say, "The green eagle cries at midnight."
I'm not familiar with the breed.
All right, you're right. That's the response. You did good.
Well, that's cool. So
Why did you have us come here?
Yeah, I think we're all.
Are we all
we're
walking
following.
over to him now?
Yeah.
Where's the bar?
just off to like he's like back in the corner here. The bar would be like straight in front of him and over to the right a little bit.
Great, I go to the bar first.
You walk up to the bar. There is a half-orc woman behind the bar. What can I get you?
Some meat, please.
All right. Do you want one of the fruit-flavored honeyed meads, or do you want more of the straight stuff?
Straight stuff, please.
All right.
Great.
Do you want the whole bottle, or do you want just a glass?
Is the bottle the biggest you sell it in? You got a whole keg over there? Does
Well,
meat
not-
come in kegs?
I mean, if you wanted to buy larger quantities, that can be arranged.
Yeah, could I just get a pitcher and some glasses? I would take it over my table.
a pitcher? We got. I mean, I can give you.
Come on, give me a
bottle.
fantasy pitcher. Sure, yeah, bottle sounds great.
All right. I'll send over 2 bottles. How about and
Thank
a
you.
couple of glasses. That'll be 5 gold.
Sounds good. I give 6.
All right.
Pitching
She
for the table.
gives you 2 bottles. It's from Honeycrisp Farms.
Write
And
that down.
That'll be important later.
That's a plot point.
It will be if
That's-
it's really good mead.
Honestly, it probably will be. So I'm going to write it down.
Mead tour.
That's
Mead
where
tour.
Fenric's.
Because
That's
I
where
am not
Fenric's
letting
whole
you
arc
screw
is
us
leading.
on that.
I
Awesome,
write
thank
stuff
you.
down.
No problem. You walk back over to the table. So, you've all been sort of puttering around town today, I hear.
We sure had a day, my dude.
You hear from who?
Me.
We have eyes all over the city.
I talked with him.
I spoke with yours.
Prying eyes.
They're watching you. Watching
Damn
your
it, I
every
was
move.
drinking. I was gonna say that too.
So it seems you have taken to looking about the city. What did you discover at the Stone Jumper Estate?
The house?
Yes.
What didn't we?
I don't know.
We didn't find out what the other dungeon was.
Ooh, quick. Perception check. Bolts. Anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check on it.
Gotta check this out now on people. Nope, it's fine. He's cool. I got 8 total.
Okay. Yeah. Seems legit.
Okay.
You only got 8 and you knew?
See him
No,
long
he
hair?
doesn't know either way.
I don't know either way, so
Oh.
I trust him blindly because I can't see him.
Yep.
I also would like to make that check though because I'm on alert with Kyrian.
Okay.
19.
Okay. He does not seem to have any of the apparatus protruding from the base of his skull.
Trustworthy.
Just make an insight check on him.
This is General
Has he said
Manager.
anything? What? Where exactly do your loyalties lie? I know that you are.
Did I not explain this clearly in the carriage?
Well, you explained what he told us.
Yes.
I
I know
told
that
you.
you are next in line for Hildy Winterglyph's
Yes.
position, but I suppose the question is, why should we trust you?
How many people are around us real quick? Is
The-
secluded area?
Like, as much as it can be, but the bar is fairly full.
Okay, so it's like maybe one table of a gap between
Yeah, there's
everybody.
like me to Sam away as kind of the next like grouping of people. But
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
they're like sitting at like
I'm-
a table with their backs.
I'm
to
going like stage whisper here.
Okay. Good to know. As far as my trustworthiness, I'm not. I mean, my personal goals are obviously somewhat selfish. To take over Hildy's position is a very prestigious job, especially for someone who's just finishing their final year at the Zadaran College. However, if what Madame Gloriana's been telling me is correct, there have been all manner of strange things entering the city, both living and non. We received word that one of the ships that Tyrig had been moving sunk off the coast. The salvage team found strange metal plating and objects like that inside the block. So, we were wondering if that was the case with this shipment. With Quincy Brastarch missing, we can only assume that she's involved in some way, as she attempted to pitch this design to the council once, several years ago.
How many days has it been since she was abducted?
Since she was abducted, probably about a week and a half.
Week and a half. Okay.
Week and a half, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Theorio, do you want some mead?
Yeah, I'd love some. Let me just crack it open.
Ah, the canned meat. Bold choice.
Meat in a can. It's way more portable.
Do you find the metal sort of interferes with the delicate notes of honey, though?
Well, I kind of don't. I got like a sinus thing, so I don't taste so well.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Is that canon now?
Question for
Yeah, it's in
you.
a can.
Yes.
Now, and Miriam like takes a menu or some pieces of paper out of his bag and he holds them in front of himself and he just goes, "So what would you do to end the collars in Zadar?"
To end the
collar situation, the slavery, the ongoing indentured servitude.
I mean, that would be a council matter to tend to. It was reinstated a few years ago when Arcos sort of came to his position that he's in. Much of the council was against it when it happened, but through hook or crook, he persuaded them otherwise. I do believe that if he were not in that position, the law would quickly be removed.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
But that didn't answer my question.
What would I
What
do?
is your stance?
I see, I'm already speaking like a politician.
Thinking the same thing. Like, you have the floor.
Politics, baby.
It would be, I believe, in the general interest of the society that we live in to remove that from the culture, and I would very openly side with removing.
All right,
That
check for
particular.
there. What's your favorite color?
Green,
All right.
like a foresty green.
Oh, I got one. What do you think about Iran?
You don't run very well. Your legs are quite small.
That's correct. I just wanted to see how perceptive.
Oh man.
But yes,
I didn't watch the actual debate, but I imagine that was one of the questions.
What are your feelings on the power of positive thinking?
I think that it is a huge, underestimated gift that those who can carry it and wield it thoughtfully and with prowess can get themselves quite far in life.
Are you positive?
Can it cure cancer?
I do not have the medical training to answer that question.
I start bringing out the mushrooms. I've got something that can cure cancer.
At least you'll think it's cured cancer.
Turns out.
I've brought you, besides my own curiosities, you have not yet answered my question. So if
Oh,
I may,
The blocks?
what have you found in the basement
Basement.
of Stonejumper's mansion?
We never said anything about a basement.
I'm aware you were in this room.
I mean,
He said he's got eyes.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
too.
you guys in the house when we were in the house?
What?
Yes. Did you not notice the other people living in the house?
Oh,
What, like his grandson?
Like his butler?
You know what's his face? Your friend?
Yeah, Bumble Boy.
Yeah, Bubble Butt.
Bullington.
Bugginsworth?
Bugginsworth.
Yes.
Bubble Butt Bugginsworth.
That's how we came to know that
Well, you
Tyrick
would
was
know.
involved with strange forces in the first place.
Oh, we should have treated him better.
No, I
We
treated
treated
him.
him fine.
So, hold on.
Oh, that's what you
whoa,
were
whoa,
doing.
whoa.
What?
You've had a spy in the house the whole time,
Yes?
and you didn't know what was in the basement?
Well, no, Bugginsworth has to tend to the boy, and if Tyrig saw that his home was broken into and dug through, Bugginsworth would be the first person in question, but now there are some familiar faces to go with the break-in. So Billy has someone else to possibly be swayed to accuse, but you've got Tyrig on your side all at the end of the day anyway, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, why weren't we told that he was on our side? We just went through such a rigmarole to try to keep a secret from him. It would have been so easier to have him occupy Billy, and we could have searched the house, and it would have taken half the time, and would have had a lot less nudity.
If you're gonna say we should have talked to him, I'm gonna leave.
Was there a code phrase we were supposed to say to people?
If you don't mind my saying, and I say this with all the goodness in my heart,
So none?
the more information you lot seem to have, the more tripping up you seem to do. So it
You
seems
have nothing to
You
to
have
make that claim.
No idea.
The dichotomy of those two answers.
Henrik, you have so many words, but
They
I
mean
don't
nothing.
understand any of them.
It's like he's
For a
trying to
second there.
speak with me. I know it.
For a second there, it was like that gif of the kid. You know when you
When you dream and you can do anything.
I was very upset by how that went.
You're speaking?
I thought, from what I heard, you all seemed to find what you needed to find.
Oh yeah, we did a great fucking job.
At least in the
Journey.
mansion.
Henrik
I
did a
wish-
myrtle.
Who?
The corpse of an illithid.
You
Oh.
found the corpse of an illithid
I pull out the neck bolt from my bag. Toot, toot.
and had some of those as well.
Yep, right in the old neck bit.
I've seen those before.
Also,
They're used to control the mind.
And you give me shit for my English.
also,
yes.
Tyrig,
Tell anyone shit.
Tyrig
Yes.
hid the combination to a safe on the bottom of the safe.
So he is kind of a moron.
I mean, perhaps his thinking was you wouldn't get into the secret basement in the first place, and that the security of having it hidden would be plenty.
How did you
Apparently it
find
worked
that?
for one of them.
I looked.
You felt it engraved on the bottom
No,
of the...
No, the
The root, the secret.
Oh, the secret.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was a journey as well.
it was.
Also, I was
found
the one who found the combo. Thanks.
That's right, you were.
Why the fuck are you giving me the look? Why was that to me? That was I get blamed for everything because of these two.
Yes.
Chuckle Fox over here.
It was they both said it, and then I went to the middle.
I got so upset from the look that you just gave me. And
got,
it was
like-
unwarranted.
You got a serious stink eye there.
I felt bad. If it was one of the 6 other things I did this episode that like warranted it, fine.
Oh my god.
But
I
not something that they
apologize.
did.
I apologize for accusing you of their failings.
Thank you. Accuse me of my failings, please.
Oh my.
So that's interesting.
I also found a rather incriminating ledger.
Keith?
Detailing certain less than legal dealings on the part of Stonejumper.
All right. At this point, I'll take his cooperation on faith that his less than above board dealings have been directly involved with Mr. Bouchard.
And he knows that we'll release any information that we have if he fails to comply.
Very good. Suppose that...
However,
Yes.
we have to ensure that his grandson remains safe, or he will not care about the consequences, and he will seek vengeance.
Very good. I'll pass that along to Madame Gloriana then. The items that have been moved into the storage area, we've done some tracking and we found that they've been getting moved to an old abandoned welding facility on the south side of town, not too far from where we are.
It's probably called the contraband on the map.
It's called Whistlin' Willie's Welding.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Whistlin' Willie's Welding.
What?
You know, like dicks.
Oh, the WWW.
Yes.
I believe I've heard of that.
The woo. It sounds like a whistle, kind of.
B-dubs.
If,
Like a W3s.
if you could confirm that that is indeed the location and the extraction point for the items being brought into the city, that would indeed be very useful.
Do you think daytime or night? When should we check it out? There's been some help with this before.
We also have the task of removing Hilda Winter, something.
Cliff.
Winter bitch.
Ms.
Glyph.
Winterglyph.
Winterbish.
Winterglyph.
You can
Has
say
been
how you
seen,
really feel. You're around friends now.
Ms. Winter Butthead has been seen in the general area of that as well. So you may be able to kill one bird with one stone while investigating a second bird nearby.
God damn, I love birds.
No.
Oh no, stones.
I think that could be a wise use of our time.
Yeah, maybe something will be.
You can certainly stay at the inn this evening if you'd like to. It's on me.
Then
If
yeah.
you so choose.
Is food included? This is extremely important. I have been dying for hours.
Yes, they don't make food in this particular location, but they can have it run over.
There's a meatery next door.
Yes. Yes, this is...
Some people call it a butcher.
This is the Rust Wheel Workhouse meadery. Next door is the... Nope.
Oh no!
Wait, I would love to hear what it
What
is.
is that gonna be?
I was going to say... Nope, I'm just not going to.
Nope, I want to hear it. No, too much.
No, it's too
Off stream.
What?
Next door you can pick up all manner of proteins of your choosing, ranging from, well, meat to vegetable proteins, I suppose.
Wait.
Yes. No way.
We.
Just kidding. Way.
No
That was a
way.
I made a joke.
A funny politician.
Is he?
I don't trust him.
You could have a beer with him.
Oh my god.
You could have a mead with him. That
Can
being
you-
said, I would keep my heads down.
Do you have many?
I mean, your head's down, I
Oh.
suppose. While you are somewhat in a reclusive part of the city, as Madame Gloriana has eyes, so does Arcos Bouchard, of course. As you witnessed with the whole the other day.
The
Witnessed
explosion
as in
from the
almost-
thing, the hotel.
I already
place.
forgot about that.
Yes.
Do you
The
make
grackle.
anything
The
of
grackle.
this? I believe the WWW would be your whistling what now?
The World Wide Web.
That.
Yes, that would be Whistling Willie's welding.
There's also a contraband holding. Is that anything of interest?
I feel like that's the not porn folder.
definitely porn, but close.
Yeah.
That's a fairly difficult area to get into if you were trying to stop the average person from reaching whatever was in that holding area. That would be a great place to do so. It's guarded by the Hammers of Miradrin. I can't say exactly what I would imagine would be in that place, but based off of the findings within the stone, could possibly be that this is where the original design of Quincy is being held. As far as these, what are they called? Just drop filters. That's beyond me. I don't really know what that could be. Those are sort of spread out through the city, and it looks to be in a way that runs with, as far as I know, the general sewer system. But other
Some
than
sort
that,
of information drop point, perhaps.
that could be.
We know a decent amount about the sewers.
Too much.
But I'll check with Madame Gloriana there and see if I can turn anything up.
Very well.
Well, I suppose I'll leave you to it. Is there anything else? Very good. Well, enjoy your evening. Remember, the rooms are on me, and your meals as well. So feel free to stay the night, get your rest, and good luck. And he stands up, walks over to the bar, and sets a few gold pieces on the counter. Walks out through the main door, and is gone.
Explosion.
And the bar explodes.
I'm waiting for it. I am waiting for it.
Yep. Never trust a politician.
And that's where
I
we'll,
trusted that guy.
and that's where we will leave it tonight.
And we're getting a long rest.
You're getting a long rest. Yeah,
Yay,
you guys
Long
have,
rest!
if you guys have no goose for the evening, we can just smash cut say long rest. It's the next morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got no goofs.
All right.
I got
I got
plenty
no-
of goose, but
I have
They can win
goofed.
some more.
I have
My goof is that I'm eating as much food as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I've been all goofed out.
Good.
bless
All right. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with that.
Yeah.
That was roughin'.
Remember to go check out the Threadmancer. You
Yes.
can get free shipping on all orders over $25 with the offer code Amber Wars. Thanks for watching. We'll be back on Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time
Oh, yeah.
with Grumpy Old Men Part 2.
Grumpy old men and one lady
Yeah.
who runs everything.
Grumpy Old Men and the one tiefling lady who can probably throw them off said mountain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
you.